We're back with a special show kicking off before the New Year's. I hope everybody's having a wonderful time. But for some reason, man, Xbox just doesn't get enough respect out here. But to our surprise, Xbox kicked some butt in 2024. We're here to talk about
The following is
it. Let's
intended
go.
only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
My homies, the realest one, Games Heroes in the building, man. What's good, y'all?
Chilling, chilling, waiting to ring in the new year. Shout out to everybody in the show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We here, man. We are here to have some fun, people. Xbox dominated 2024. Look at all the games that you was able to play. Look at how Microsoft has changed the way we look at how things are being done now. The VHS mindset theories are done. They are done. There is nothing that nobody can do to change this now. It is set. I tried to warn everybody. Realist tried to warn everybody. Games tried to. Spartan tried to. And we all was in agreement. The four-headed Hydra was in agreement. We all said that in order for Sony to move forward, to get to the next generation, they will have to have some service games. And what it really boils down to, it boils down to that fan base that is willing to play, engage, and build. See, that's one thing that they just haven't been able to do. You guys look at Xbox and you see us with the Halos, you see us with the Gears, you see us with the Forzas, you see us with the Power Worlds, you see us with the Minecrafts, you see us with the Call of Duties, you see us with the Candy Crushes, you see us with any of these service games that are out here, you see us with the Sea of Thieves, you see us with the State of Decays, and y'all think that's simple. Y'all think that doing that is simple. You see the Groundeds, and y'all think to yourselves, that's got to be simple. It's not simple, people. It's not simple to just come up with a game. People flock to it and they stay there because you're creative enough to give them what they want. That's not simple. That's taking a big risk. But Xbox has a paper trail, doesn't it, Games? Doesn't it, Realist? Doesn't it, Spark 117?
Yes, sir.
Doesn't it, Chat Pat? And the paper trail says this. If you make a decent multiplayer game, it will last. A lot of people make multiplayer games and they bring it to Xbox. They're not scared because Xbox gamers try new games. We want to know. We're eager to say, man, let me try this game out. Let me see if it's going to be good. Let me holler at my friends. Let's get together. Yo, let's play this game. If you've never been a part of the Xbox community, then you don't know what I'm talking about. You'd have no clue to what it takes to get a game that comes out of nowhere. Just put it out here on Xbox. And the Xbox community will gravitate to it if it's good and just grow the game. Look at, you know what's funny? The myths about Xbox games, right? Is that Xbox games need PlayStation and Nintendo to be successful. How is that, Realist, when Vampire Survivors didn't need PlayStation and Nintendo to be successful? Starfield didn't need PlayStation or Nintendo to be successful. Indiana Jones didn't need Starfield or Nintendo to be successful. Hellblade 2 didn't need PlayStation or Nintendo to be successful. Flight Simulator 2025 It didn't need PlayStation and Nintendo to be successful. Where's these myths coming from? Who's thinking that Xbox games in which Xbox fans actually played their games need anybody else to make their game successful? Where did that come from? We know where it came from, but I'm asking that question. Where did that come from? And now, people, now that Xbox has smashed 2024, from a friend of mine who made a bold prediction that this was going to happen, he was just a year off. That goes to the realest one. He told y'all that this ass whooping was coming. Y'all ignored him. Now the ass whooping is set in motion, and there's nothing that can stop it now. I mean, honestly, there's nothing stopping Xbox now. Xbox is like the juggernaut. It ain't got the moving. It's just you ain't stopping them. And PlayStation is not the Incredible Hulk. Stop it. That's the problem, Dornite. PlayStation isn't the Hulk. Only the Hulk can stop the juggernaut in his tracks. You know, people like Thanos can do it. But just an ordinary, super strong superhero, the juggernaut's running through him. He's running through a Colossus. He's running through the Thing. He's going to run through the Abomination. They just not going to stop him like that. You got to be an extraordinary strength character. You got to be those level 70s and above. You know, on the meter, the 100s, I'm sorry, the level 100s and up. The 70s would be the thing. Got to be up there, man. And Sony just isn't that powerful. Sony plays the low-key games. They play the deceptive game, the perception, the mirage game, the illusion.
Smoke and mirrors game.
That's right. That's what PlayStation plays, the low-key games. While damn Xbox is the hammer of Thor. It's the Mjolnir. It's just slamming down hard with all that electricity. There's nothing you can do about it. Power your dreams. Power your dreams is a term directed to developers, you dummies. It was telling the developers, hey, sky's the limit. Come here. Be creative. And shouts to them devs. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. Stalker 2 didn't need PlayStation or Nintendo to be successful. That's tons of games I just named that were only on Xbox. And they all shine. Every last one of them. Notice that Xbox didn't have one flop this year. Not one flop. That's right. They do the mindshare game. That's all Sony does. But didn't Xbox change the game? They told you they were going to change it. See, I heard you, Willis. And I told Game Serials this morning. Spartan 117, this is what I said, because you're a mixed MMA champion. You're a two-time champion in Canada.
Yes,
so you're going to relate to this. What good is your belts, Spartan? What good is you being a champion if nobody steps in the ring?
No good.
No good.
It's
You
Devin
can have
Haney.
all the belts.
I'm just gonna be sitting on the bench, burnt out unless I go boxing.
You have to keep fighting, right?
I have to keep
so
active.
when have you ever known a champion come in, win his first title bout, gets his first belt, and he doesn't defend it? They just walk off and just, I'm done. My first ever victory with a championship belt, and I retire. I'm done. There's nothing else to prove. It doesn't happen like that.
Only that one time in boxing, that guy wasn't even a champion. He just went in and ding ding, he left. But yeah, that you never.
Oh yeah, that one guy that walked out.
That big fat boy.
He didn't have to fight him, man. Yeah,
He talking about he had to fight that big old African dude.
Yeah, that big old African. Yeah,
And then
he left. He's like,
I think it was a jog. right? What's
Yeah,
that,
he just walked out of the ring after the stare down. That was too
And
bro?
that's perfect
Bro,
representation right there of Xbox being in the ring, PlayStation coming in,
No.
sizing
Here's
them
my
up, and
thing,
everything.
Spartan 117. Here's my thing. I want you to understand this.
As a
Realist,
champion, you never,
realist. Listen, I want you to feel this. I want you to feel this because this is for real.
Mm.
Microsoft is not going to play the console war game with PlayStation. I'm trying to tell my Xbox community this. Yes, real Xbox fans could care less. I don't care. I've been telling y'all this. I know why I'm an Xbox fan. Like really used to tell y'all all the time. Y'all got to know why you got an Xbox. That ain't my problem. That's y'all's problem if you don't know. We're not here to be a popularity community. We're a gaming community. We could care less. A part of our mindsets are kind of like PC gamers. Just a little bit in that regards. Because PC gamers could care less. Just give us the game. Make it available. Put it on Steam. Let us have the decision if we're going to play it or not. That's PC gamers. They can care less who made it. They can care less what platform. They can care less, right? Xbox gamers kind of have that same kind of mentality to a degree, except for we understand games that we have established on the Xbox platform. And as today goes, we cherish those and we understand that these games are the pillars of what it is to be Xbox fans. We know, we understand that because we built those communities. So that's putting respect on that work that we've done together as Xbox fans. We understand that, right? But back to my metaphor. Sony's been pushing the console sales more than Nintendo. And that's the funny thing because Nintendo be whooping everybody's ass. But you don't hear them talk about their sales like Sony does, right? So Sony's in that ring. They're in that ring, and all they're talking about is console sales. VHS talk. And you know what Xbox did? They walked out of that ring. Goes back to what Willis said when he was talking to Gabe before the show. PlayStation now is all alone with this narrative. Nobody's giving into this narrative no more. They are literally really sitting in that ring yelling console wars, and nobody comes to play with them. Because Microsoft went to another ring and said, hey, there's a new sport. It's called services. And PlayStation was like, no, don't go over there. Come back over here. Because over here is all we have. And we're not winning at that. We're really not winning at that. But we need somebody in the ring where we can look good. See, we got to look good. We got to have somebody in the ring and yell console sales so we look good. But you don't look like anything if nobody's in that ring. And that's what has happened to Sony's PlayStation. It's in a ring all by itself. And Microsoft has went over here to this other ring, created its own martial arts, which is called services, where all the money is at. They created Game Pass, and Game Pass is whooping PlayStation's ass. It has no answer to it. PlayStation Plus is not growing. It shut PlayStation up. Think about it. PlayStation doesn't even talk about the sales of their services now.
Legal. You know, when as time changes and the years go by, everything changes. It doesn't stay the same no more. As a fighter, when you go in and defend your belt, you don't defend it the same way every time. That just doesn't make sense. You get new challenges. You got the mobile market coming in. So now what Xbox has done, they have taught themselves how to defend their belts in many different ways when they come through the obstacles of winning. Mobile department, we're ready to go. Our cloud is ready to go. Every single aspect of this console is flourished and nourished. We're complete 360. As whereas the other contenders in there, Sony's there, they just know how to defend their belt one way is console sales. Where's
Spartan, that was a
your
beautiful. That was a beautiful analogy. You know, and you're right. Look at the NBA for an example, right?
Mhm.
I came in the era,
Oh, they
me,
down.
huh?
Oh, the NBA down. Their ratings are cooked.
Oh
No.
no, I'm not, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. But okay, that's true. But check this out, games. No, that's facts. But look, I come from an era, me, J-Rack, J-Mac, the realest. You know, I'm pretty sure J-Mac had a wicked jump shot back in his day.
Yeah.
The paint was where you went to war at.
Yeah.
There was a lesson that we were taught that you guard that paint by any means necessary. Nobody comes in the paint. You didn't come around that. You learned to have a mid-range jumper because you knew if you was going into that paint, you better be ready for contact. Ready for contact. The paint was not the paint only looked good on a fast break. It was never good just to be, oh, I'm gonna drive on in there and do me a layup.
Mm-hmm.
You knew the definition of the paint. You knew that. You knew what that paint stood for, right? And we modified our games around it. Plays and strategies were created in the late 80s, early 90s around the paint, like never before. And I lived to see that game transition out to a position game to a non-position game. You got centers. You got Brooke Lopez, a center with the
Two,
most
three.
as a center in NBA history. The most threes. We're not talking about the most blocks, rebound, what centers are known for. This dude has the most threes of any center in the history of the NBA. You got Cat out of New York, bombing threes. He's a center winning the three-point contest. This was never, ever imagined in my era, right? Because there's a guy that's changed the game. His name is Stephen Curry, the chef. He came in and now has redefined what it is to be a sniper. This dude, you're 24 feet out is the three-point line. Three-point line is accurately 23 feet. 23 feet, point one and back. This dude shoots 25 feet and back. This dude be shooting from the damn half court shot. He shoots from the logo. He shoots wherever. You just saw the play he did the other night, man. Like the clock winding down. This guy doesn't get nervous at all. It's like it's a normal day in the office, man. When there's only like 3 seconds left on the shot clock. This dude has made shooting look so good that everybody wants to shoot. It goes back to what Spark 117. Everything changes. Everything's going to change, right? Eventually, the NBA knows, like Games was saying, ratings are down because there's no defense anymore. Teams are scoring 150, 130, 120. And
Hey, hold on a second. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. I'm a Nets fan, right? So
Mhm,
yesterday we was playing the Magic.
mhm,
Now you don't make this thing up. We was up 90 and the Magic was 71, right?
mhm.
I turned on the TV, I told he won. I was on Twitter. Man, we lost by 1 point. How is that possible?
Yeah, in our era, that wouldn't have happened. It would not happen like that.
No, real. How
Right.
is that possible? How we lost? It was 4 minutes on the clock on the fourth quarter. How the
Crazy.
hell we lost by
Right.
1 point? Now,
Right.
the NBA has a problem, dude, because
It's way
you
too
you
often.
could you could blame Curry, but I blame Michael Jordan also, dude. Because look, Jordan came in the league, and if Jordan then they had to change the rules that if you touch somebody or do this, that's a foul. Like they don't let these players play anything, dogs. Like that's what the league is soft, dude.
I'm glad.
Like
Look, James. I'm glad you
like
mentioned that because there's some truth to that, right? But you got to understand something. Here's the
I
truth.
know you. Yeah,
Here's
go ahead.
no, because you're right. Okay, you're basically proving my point. What I'm about to say. Game Serials is 1,000% correct because realists, Spar 117 and Chat Pack. This is all about business. Jordan was bringing those tickets in. Jordan's becoming the face of the league. So you have to protect that. The NBA protected him. They had to change rules to protect MJ from not getting hurt. You can't beat up on this guy, knocking him out and breaking his legs and shattering his eyeballs. We got to do something now. You know, because Detroit were the bad boys. They was out there putting the elbows to everybody. But if Jordan got hurt, nobody's gonna watch the NBA. The league is so soft now that it doesn't just protect LeBron James, right? But it protects everybody. Even though LeBron James is the face of the NBA, it protects everybody. And so everybody has that benefit, which messes up the game, right? Because who cares about the dude who's sitting on the bench? Who cares about him getting up? Nobody turning on the channel to watch the eighth man. But you know what? The eighth man is protected. Everybody's protected.
But I don't like you say, look, LeBron James is the face because it's a dude named but that's not fair enough though, because it's a dude named Joker who else we're gonna get. But he can't be. You know why he can't be the face? Because he doesn't have a social media. He doesn't do what LeBron and Curry does. He just
right. But
he just want to play basketball, go home, and play his horses.
Games it's bigger than that. There was no hype behind.
Well, for any reason to hate on him.
There was no hype. LeBron had hype
Joker. Yeah. Joker should be the face right now.
Since when has a center been the face?
That's what I'm saying. Listen.
Yeah, I know you're saying, but he should.
Listen to what I'm saying, bro. The Joker is not the bag winner for the NBA.
I know.
What you're talking about is his overall ability to play the game at a high level as a center and do remarkable things. Yes. But when you try to compare the Joker's career to LeBron James' career and what LeBron James has done, it's not even close. LeBron James had the hype coming in. Jordan had the hype coming in. There's certain players that had the hype coming in who lived up to their hype. That's hard to do. Magic did it. Isaiah Thomas did it. Larry Bird did it. That's the reason why they were the faces of the NBA. Because when you're hyped up, most of the time a hyped up player that falls, that's the normal story. Well, he was just hyped up. They hyped him up too much. And
shout out to Birdman.
Right. But when you hype a guy up before he's even done anything and they're able to live up to the hype, that changes their whole legacy, right? You look at Xbox right now. When Xbox came in, it came in with hype. A lot of hype. It's Microsoft's console. For Xbox to still be here 23 and a half years later, right?
Never going anywhere.
It ain't going anywhere. With all the hate that it has, with all the drama that it gets, right? Xbox is thriving because of its community. Because of you, Games. Because of you, Realist. Because of you, Spar 117. Because of you, Chat Pack, that say, I don't give a damn what they do. I don't want to go anywhere else. I like this platform, and I'm sticking to it. That is a fact.
It's a platform to be on.
This is why we have strong community service games. This is why we have multiplayer games that are still here. Because the community is not willing to leave. And let's put some respect on this. We're going through our second generation. So not only games have the root gamers of Xbox stuck around, but if they had children, they've influenced their children to stick around.
Yeah.
They didn't just leave Xbox. Xbox has went into a second generational phase. And there's no stopping them because, man, my son in his room right now, he wanted that Grand Theft Auto Trilogy pack. He got it. But he gets on that 2K, man, with his homies, and they just stay on there till like 2 o'clock running, folk. They love to play against the PlayStation. They love that.
Oh, they crossplay. They crossplay.
They love the crossplay. They love it.
And that's the beauty about next generation crossplay enabled cross-platform. Ooh, thank you, Herman, if you heard this.
30 Below, what's good? They love that. You know what? If I went in that
I could
room
do
right
it.
now and asked my son, "Do you know who Sarah Bond is?" He don't know who she is. If
Nobody
I
know
say,
who
"Hey,
Third Bond is.
you know who Phil Spencer is?" Who's that?
Who
Aaron
that?
Greenberg, who's that? Hey man, Major Nelson, who's that?
Shout
Of
outs
course
to
he
them.
ain't go. Hey, listen, if I told him Hiroki Totoki, who the hell is that? Hideo Kojima, who's that? Jeff Keighley, who the hell is that? This generation don't care about none of them. They're not like us. All they give a damn about is turning on the console or their device and play the damn game.
I don't think the casuals know who these people are. Like,
Look,
how many people had these consoles? 100 million, something. I don't think nobody in this world, in these people in the world who know is Phil Spencer is. Trust me.
game,
like,
game,
like,
game.
yeah, yeah.
My son ain't play no damn Stalker 2. He ain't playing no Indiana Jones. He's not playing Starfield. He's not playing. He's not playing Flight Sim. All right. My son is playing 2K. Guess what
What
he's
a
hyped
problem.
about? Grand Theft Auto 6. Right. They're talking about Grand Theft Auto 6 at his school. They're not talking about, bro. He's like, yo, I got my new gamer tag. He was like, I'm going back beating the Grand Theft Auto. He says, I'm gonna go back and beat my Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna probably start on Mirage first. That's all he's thinking about. If I start getting political with him, he don't know, he don't care. They don't care. And this is what donkeys don't understand. As we phase out, as we the dinosaurs fade out, right?
Mm-hmm.
This new group of gamers who don't read no gaming magazines, they're not reading that. My son barely knows who the hell IGN is, bro. If I say Polygon or anybody, he don't know who the hell these. They're not reading these articles. I'm telling you, these articles are not gonna last long, bro. They ain't gonna last.
They're gamers, famo. This generation, they don't care about no,
Smart.
like you said, they don't care
They're
about
not
none of
reading
that.
these articles. They could care less. I don't see IGN 15 years. Watch.
Yeah,
15
I don't think
years
but even our generation, like the only way we know this, we have to go on YouTube and play the console wars. But nobody knows who these people are. Like nobody knows Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond,
game.
Kojima, all of that. Nobody knows who these. If Kojima walked down the street in Times Square, here's another Japanese dude. That's basically what it
15
is.
years, bro. In 15 years. The way we see these articles today are not going to be like this in 15
No,
years.
man.
They're going to have to flip, just like Sparta says, everything changes. They're going to change just like everything else changes, bro.
This is a game
Everything
to
change, y'all. Everything.
nobody know who these people are. Listen, man, the casuals don't care. They care about playing the most like the games like their friends have, dude.
That's
That's
it.
what they. That's it. If their friends got Call of Duty, they play Call of Duty. Their friends got FIFA, they play FIFA.
That's
If
it.
if their friends got robots, they play robots. If they got Marvel Rivals, they play that or 2K or college football. They don't like people in the real world don't buy a console just play one game. Like look, how will you know this? Astrobot. It's a 1.5 million. Nobody playing that. Like nobody cares. like if
No,
Astrobot, yeah,
games. Games.
Cyberpunk is still being played.
Yes, sir.
Fallout is still being played. Elder Ring to this day is still being
Still
played.
play.
Yeah,
Game,
Elder Ring.
game serials.
Red Dead.
Game serials.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft has changed the game. Nobody, look, they're forcing them, realists. They're forcing them to recognize the power of service now. They're forcing them. They can't hide from it anymore.
Yeah.
Because
Hard.
you know why, Spartan? Because I said this earlier this year. I said, when is it going to take for these influencers to come out and admit that Sony's flopped out this year? Well, how many, because I remember last year, J-Mac, when they were making excuses for PlayStation. Well, PlayStation can go through some hard times because they always deliver See them bunch of lies? You see them lies they made for play? That's when you know you got a donkey talking for PlayStation. Because these are the same people who ain't fussing over the fact that Sony has long shafted their own fan base. These are the same people who are quiet about that, right? But they gave PlayStation passes all last year. Oh, it's PlayStation. You know, we can cut them some slack because PlayStation always delivers, but they can't tell you a year when they did. They can't tell you nothing. All they go, well, we God of War and and the last. How many times does PlayStation have to remaster The Last of Us? How many times?
They hurt PlayStation, famo, with them masking and say, "Oh, it's okay." No, bro, you're subliminally telling me. These donkeys are subliminally telling us that bad business is good business. Okay,
Facts, Dolomite.
stick with that then. You want to sit there and say they're hurt?
The
That's
fact that
bad
they
business.
the fact that they made excuses, they hurt the brand when they did that. Because the next year comes along, and no matter what PlayStation dropped, it flopped. And look, PlayStation got 2 of the worst games ever in console history. 2.
Yeah, man.
Not 1, 2. In the same year.
Illegal. IGN just made a post this while ago. What expecting for PlayStation next year? It says Spirit Games and Ghost of Tsushima 2.
They told them, yeah, bro.
And they had to put some multi-class games like GTA 6 and all that. That's how bad
They won't make it on. I don't think GTA 6 will make it on.
That's how bad it is, dude. But that's my point, right? The past 2 years after Spider-Man, after God of War, because they didn't have nothing.
To be fair, it's okay to say Spider-Man 2.
No. I'm talking about after God of War. No. I said after God of War because Spider-Man 2 came at the end of what, 2023? Yep. Right? Yeah, so they didn't really have nothing the past 2. They had the money hack games to do all of that.
What's up, Talos?
Like the money hack games to do all of that to tell people we got games. Like where's the games that push the console? Like the first party games that
they don't have that game.
Keep saying that first party matters, not these third party.
But Game Heroes, their first party never sold the consoles.
Right. That's the whole point.
Look. The only time you can say that a game sold the console for PlayStation, like realistically, and I kind of think there was just the fact that it was a bundle and it was $200 with Spider-Man. When they were selling the PlayStation for $200 and it came with Spider-Man, I guess that's a system seller. I don't know. I don't really consider bundles the same way. Because I mean, when you bundle a game, it's to introduce people to a game. But if people wanted a PlayStation, they didn't have to wait till it hit $200. I'm not gonna elaborate because I said it so many times. PlayStation has never had their console be rooted in exclusives from first party because they didn't have studios to begin with when they first started. PlayStation 2, people talk about how great PlayStation 2 was, but probably 5% of that is Sony. The rest of it is third party. PlayStation 3 is when they finally started to bring some exclusives. But at that point, people bought the PlayStation just because it was PlayStation. Because the narrative that generation was it didn't have any games. And they like to brag about how it still outsold Xbox. PlayStation 4 had no games. It was the indie station up until they started bringing out games. By the time Last of Us and Horizon, Ghost and those games came out, PlayStation had already taken off. Nobody, you would know that they didn't buy a PlayStation for first party because the games don't sell. Everybody who got a PlayStation got Astro Boy, whatever. Astro Bot. Yeah. Anyway, and so you remember, look, when Nintendo gave everybody Mario Duck Hunt or Mario World Class Track Meet or all three. Mario 2 came out. Everybody wanted to play Mario 2. Mario 3 was the biggest thing. Look at when Halo's beginnings, Gears beginnings. Yeah, they kind of tapered off now, but now is the time for Xbox to refocus and bring them back. You don't give up on your IP. This is what PlayStation does. See, they these dudes have been reduced to saying, what remake should we get next? What dormant IP should PlayStation bring
Speak
back?
on it.
Right? They're never coming back. I ain't gonna say never. They're not coming back anytime soon. Because if they were ever a hit, they would still be selling them. But
Speak on
Sean
it.
Layden, I've been saying this for ever since I've been on this show. And then Sean Layden comes out and says PlayStation has never been a first party console. That was Nintendo. How could they? They didn't have the studios. They still barely have enough studios to bring these guys 5 games. And then they got a lot of support studios in between. Right? I guess House Marquee can make a game now. I guess. I mean, you got Haven. You know, they got a few extra studios, and a lot of these live service games they're outsourcing. I just read something about them outsourcing. I can't remember what online game. I'm not a Sony fan, so I don't. Like it. I don't.
Horizon Zero, Horizon
Well,
Alliance.
we know that that's been outsourced,
Yeah,
but
that's been out there.
it's something else that they outsource. You know, they don't have the studios to put out the games, man. Right? So they're gonna get Ghosts. Right? They're gonna get Ghosts next year, supposedly. We'll see. Because I've yet to see Sony hit a date. A lot of people like to talk crap about Microsoft and how they'll push a game back, but Indie hit its date. You know what I mean? What's the last PlayStation game that hit its date? They threw Ghost out there because they had to do something. I'm not totally convinced that it's gonna come, but how many people you think gonna go run out and buy a PlayStation to play Ghost?
Hell no.
Not many. I mean, they like to talk about 10 million, and to me, Ghost the best thing they got. You know, they talk about
That's not saying
10
a lot.
they talk about
That's not
10
saying a lot
million.
at all.
They can't no more like that. I'll be honest.
I
If
ain't, I,
if
ain't,
they
I
don't
ain't
have a
gonna I ain't
live
gonna I ain't gonna
service,
defend it, but I'm gonna say that it's if you like
yeah,
Assassin's Creed, you like Ghost. But if you don't have a PlayStation, you get the same fix from third party in Assassin's Creed.
it's
But
not like
anyway, all I'm saying is people are not running out to go buy PlayStations to play these games. These games aren't flying off of the shelves. They bring up 15 or 11 million, whatever it is for God of War Ragnarok, but they sold that in a bundle for about a year and a half.
Right.
At least 14 months. Same thing with Horizon.
They forced.
Horizon,
Now,
yep.
now you see Horizon on Nintendo. They're trying their best to make Horizon bubble, but it's not working. Dude, I'm just gonna say it. People not buying these PlayStations for PlayStation games. They're buying the PlayStation because PlayStation is Kleenex. When I want a console, oh, PlayStation. PlayStation did a great job of getting themselves in the consciousness of casual gamers to the point to where they when they think of a console, they think PlayStation. Cool. But they don't have a game that's going to sell their consoles. This is why PlayStation got to go to other platforms. This is why they starting to talk that same talk that Xbox was talking. Xbox had to let us down easily. PlayStation got to let them down easy the same way. It's changed from other platforms. It's gone from PC to other platforms.
hey man,
Why?
I
Why?
can't
Because
wait.
they're not gonna let Xbox whoop them, man. They're gonna try, and I'm glad that they are trying. What you
Oh
gotta
yeah.
say? What you gotta say?
Sorry. I was gonna say, man, I just it just went on top of my head. Yeah, it's here's the difference for me. Sorry for cutting you off. Uh,
You good?
for us here, we have the 1 terabyte top notch specs, everything, and we pay 25 a month, right? And then you get an extra stick you stick in the back of your console, 1 2 terabyte. You got all the games you want on hands. I'll be honest, I don't think PlayStation will have the ability to whoop Xbox in mobile and service. It's over for them. Uh, they they have to put it this way. If they put 41% off the PSVR 2. What does that tell you guys, right?
Well, I'm not saying they're gonna whip Xbox in anything. What I am saying is they're not gonna just sit back and take the ass whooping, right? They see what Xbox is doing. This is what Jim Ryan was saying. Jim Ryan said, "I knew this was not about exclusivity." In the email, where the dude was talking about PlayStation, our baby is safe and all this crap. He said, "This is not an exclusivity play. This is an email. You can Google our baby Jim Ryan; it'll come up. It's not an exclusivity play. They're thinking much bigger, and they got the money to throw around." Xbox, we've been saying it, and they laughing at us saying, "Oh, we're getting y'all games." But if
Yup, what
PlayStation
happened
and if
today,
but
Willie?
if PlayStation not getting it, but if PlayStation can't drop first party games and Xbox is running your storefront, who is your platform from? Who is your platform for? Right?
That's it.
Call of Duty, Fortnite, third parties run the storefront. They were pretty much running Xbox storefront too, but Xbox got the money to go in and go buy Call of Duty, the number one
Facts.
game every year. So Xbox is in control of their storefront. They got games on the top played. PlayStation for
The world plays Xbox
they may
games.
show up for a couple of weeks, and then
That's
next thing you
right.
know they back out of there.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? So they see what Xbox is doing, and they gotta counter this. They can't just let Xbox take over. Bro, Xbox is on the verge of being the number one PC publisher, number one console publisher. Where does PlayStation fit? Eventually, PlayStation is going to be on the back burner because the console period is on borrowed time. They're only waiting on the internet because this hardware is getting more and more expensive. It's going to price
Yeah.
casuals out. It's going to price pretty much everybody out sooner or later. PC dudes crying, scared about how much they're going to charge for a 59. They get a 5060 then. But everybody wants this hardware, right? These consoles, they charging $700 for a PS5 Pro. They're pretty much setting the market. How many people you think gonna run out there and go pay $700-800 when they can barely pay their bills? Now I know you got people out there that'll help you, Klarna and all these other credit cards, but it's gonna get harder and harder, and that's where the cloud comes in. But then the government has an initiative where everybody has to have 100 megabits. We don't know how long that's gonna take, but
Right.
there's an initiative,
Start
bro.
stacking, man. Start stacking. Trump is coming in with tariffs. Sony fanboys,
Oh yeah,
start
tough, man.
stacking.
Hey,
Well,
we're not talking about politics.
he'll be
Come,
out of
come,
there by the time the next
come,
consoles
come.
come around, though.
Yeah, 2029. He be out of here.
Be amazing. Right now, they are already selling refurbished PS5 Pros. So they're doing horrible right now. They're not doing good. We're doing great right now. We got our Indiana, we got our Starfields, like you guys were saying. We got our live services games. Halo's killing it right now with this online multiplayer. Shout outs to Halo. We've got some games brewing. Hey, South of Midnight. That have you guys seen the vidoc
I
for
want a
that?
physical. I want a physical
Lord
copy.
have
I
mercy.
want a
The
physical copy of
archive with
that.
our games coming through.
You
It's
know,
we're set, man. I feel so good knowing I could go and dip into any game I want at any time for 25 a month, man. I don't even have to worry about nothing. And our sales are super sales. You get 2 for 1, 3 for 1s.
I want to say what up to everybody, man. I see y'all. What up to everybody? Chat Pat in the building, man. We appreciate all of y'all. Keep talking.
hey,
Shout out to
hey,
everybody in the chat.
hey,
Yo,
realist.
Rico Games, I want you to cook. So what
No,
happened today? After everything that Realist is saying, he cooked. Spark 11 came out here cooking. You know, Spark don't talk that much, y'all. So you know we got Spartan out here talking. He done come up off that couch. But Games Heroes, what happened today? Case by case. I be damned.
hold on. He's but
Only let them know that this is a business. We could give a damn about your feelings. Your feelings don't pay the bills around here.
no, they don't. They don't
Elaborate.
care. Listen, I'm gonna say, hey, realist. Before I talk about the case by case, we're talking about today. That payday game, right? They have right. What's the game called?
Fair games.
Fair game. They're gonna get cooked next. Listen, I says again, right? Cancel the game because you're playing you never learn from your mistakes, right? You can't make a game trying to follow another game that been established for years, right? We know Payday is dead, but the creator of Payday is making another game called Den of Wolves, right?
Mm.
And if that game pop off, you know how PC gamers are, right? If you put your game on PC, if your game is good, it's it pop off. It's gonna be pop off for a long time, right? So you're playing Russian roulette right. So we don't know what the hell Fair Games is. We don't know what kind of game it is. We know what kind of game it is, but we don't know what Fair Games is. But at the end of the day, it's right. They never learn from the mistakes. Cancel the game, Sony, because you're gonna get killed again. And gonna happen is they will release Fair Games. The numbers are gonna be very low. I mean low. They're gonna blame it and they're gonna shut down the studio. That's it.
Well, it's theirs to shut down. Though. I mean, they can't cancel everything, man. You know what I
Man, listen,
mean?
man. They canceled Twisted Metal. They canceled the Spider-Man game. They canceled the Last of Us game. But they greenlight Concord and Fear games. What we doing here, dude? Say it again,
Well,
Real. I gotta see how that Twisted Metal game looks like. Because there's no way that Twisted Metal game is bad, worse than Fear games and Concord.
see the,
There's
the problem the
no.
problem with fair games is it's chasing trends, and it takes too long to bring video games out. So by the time you copycat, the trend or fad is already passed. Right? That's what happened to them with the Overwatch copycat. So what they're gonna have to do is figure out a way to be uh original, because the Diablo clone that they have is dead. They got a second party doing that.
What
You
Diablo
are you,
Chrome?
it's bro. I'm not a PlayStation fan, so I don't remember the name of the game, but I did watch the showcase. They got it's a Diablo clone that they had live service game, and that's another thing. They want to make exclusive service games. How stupid can you be? Service games should be everywhere. But anyway, the Diablo clone is going to get squashed. You got Path of Exile, you got Diablo, you got No Rest for the Wicked. All these games are already beating you to the market.
Wait, I gotta see that Diablo.
So that's their problem when it comes to their service games. They got to be original, man. Like you can't chase trends. You know, and they're in trouble, bro, because it is these single player games that they train their hardcore to like are costing them too much money, and they don't have enough hardcore fans buying these games for $70 or $60. Most people buying these games, I ain't gonna say most, but I'm gonna say a lot of them are waiting for sales, which is why they're not hitting the numbers that they need them to hit. Which is why Spider-Man is on PC as fast as it is. And don't be surprised if Wolverine is multi-plat. They're not gonna just sit back and take this ass whooping that Microsoft's about to do. Microsoft's about to hit them with Indiana Jones and what's the other game from Obsidian?
Oh, Outer
Uh,
Worlds 2, Outer Worlds
Outer
2,
Worlds 2.
and
And they're gonna
Doom.
and Doom and Call of Duty. On top of Madden, college football, FIFA, and the three Rockstar games. Well, they're not gonna play Civ. But all these games that third party is putting over there, where does PlayStation throw a punch in at?
Yeah, man.
They see the only thing they can do is sell consoles. The best thing that they could do is just sit back and be Steam. Now you got Steam trying to sell consoles in time. I ain't gonna
Oh
say
man,
now.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, it's supposed to be. So it's like, dude, and then you got your games over there. And you can't put, bro, and these PlayStation fans say, oh, if Xbox comes out with a PC, or they going to more PC form factor, then PlayStation will just block them. Steam ain't blocking no games. Steam lets you play your games wherever. They want to point to what Nvidia was doing, not letting you stream through your Xbox. Cool. But if Xbox gets Steam, PlayStation can't take their games from Steam. They can't put their games on Epic and just let them be on Epic alone because they're not going to sell enough. They can't create their own launcher because people don't even want to get a login with them. People are not seeing how Xbox is cornering them and just hitting them from every direction and pretty much cornering them, and they're going to be relegated to just their console where they can't sell their hardware if they don't act right. It's trouble, man. It's trouble. But I kind of want to talk about Xbox, man. You know, Xbox has been great this year. Xbox is geared up. Xbox is geared up, and this is what I told some of these dumbass Xbox fans, man. Don't get mad that they put some games over there. There's still going to be enough games over here that aren't over there, and even with the games that go over there and the ones that stay here, the ones that stay here are going to be more than what PlayStation can produce for their audience. PlayStation give them fair games and Ghost of Yotei maybe. We're going to get Avowed, possibly Fable.
Gears.
Ain't no Gears next year. It's a game that the game you mentioned earlier with the little girl, little Louisiana girl, the Mississippi girl.
South of Midnight.
South of Midnight. You know, and it's something else that this slipping in my mind right now. Who? I don't think that's gonna come next year.
Yeah, it's coming out next year.
It should, man, because next year we were talking about this before the show. Next year is 26 is gonna be rough. Trying to figure out where Grand Theft Auto is gonna fit. People were scared to announce dates for 25 because
I
of
don't
Grand
think
Theft
it's
Auto.
gonna come out. I don't think it's gonna come out until late 26, early mid spring 27 for that one, man. It's gotta compete.
What, Call of Duty?
Grand Theft Auto 6.
I'm not Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, Call
of Duty. That one there, I'd expect.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't want to take an L because anything can happen. But if GTA 6 come out next year, it's gonna be one hell of a year, man.
Bro, it's gonna be a hell of a year for Take-Two. You see what I'm saying? Like Take-Two, they got Civ coming out, Mafia coming out, and Borderlands coming out,
and Civilization 6.
And I already said Civ, and they're not gonna squash those games with their own. They're not gonna pull a DMX. You understand? Grand Theft Auto. There's no room for Grand Theft Auto next year. On top of all the other games, Monster Hunter Wilds and all. Dude, February is stacked, right? You got Judas coming out, possibly Clockwork Revolution.
Oh, yeah, and that's Take-Two. You know, right? That's Take-Two, Judas.
I hope
it's from the guy who used to be at Take-Two.
Yeah, but you know they still own the studio. Yeah, they own that studio.
But it's his studio though.
No, they own that studio.
It's possible. I'm just saying. I didn't know.
I remember
25 is stacked already. You know what I mean? Like, and then they got it.
Ghost Story Games is owned by Take-Two Interactive, but he's publishing the game. He's publishing his own game, but they own my game. Take-Two gonna have a lot of games next year. They might hit the publisher of the year. It will be between Microsoft or Take-Two gonna win the publisher of the year on Metacritic. And who's gonna stay strong, dude? Because next year is gonna stack. Oh yeah, but
I think Microsoft to get it just because, not just because, but I believe that they've been putting out good content, good quality. I hate using the word quality, bro.
I don't like quality
because PlayStation fans use that word and they can't even tell you what quality is.
Graphics,
graphics, but that's not quality.
There's
plenty of boring, pretty games.
That's what their quality means.
Well, maybe, but I'm gonna tell you the volume the Xbox is coming out with, the averages. I don't think that they're gonna release. I don't think just looking at these games, I don't think any of these games gonna score less than 80.
South of Midnight probably scored a 90, 85. But this is a game. But it's a game on PlayStation. This is a game on PlayStation coming out in January, and it's that's what the game called. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So they making a game right now.
You talking about the Chinese game?
No, it's not. No, not the Lost Soul or that bullcrap they're trying to push out in 10 years. It's called Midnight Murder Club. You never heard of that, right?
Man, yeah, they don't look.
Yeah, that's what the game is. Yeah, it's day and date too. So it's coming on February 25th. They have a beta. They had a beta a couple of days ago on PC, and never played it. The game is a multiplayer game. Why are you not advertising this game?
Because it's not a big game. Whatever happened to the little devil inside?
Oh, that's another one. Yo, I remember the List Wars. They might look at little devil inside. Say, what happened to that?
Whatever happened to Abandon, man?
Hey, I got a theory, man. Hey, I got a theory. Abandon is Kojima next game. Right? It gotta be Kojima. That game died.
But they said that was Silent Hill, and Silent Hill was Konami and Blooper.
No, I know that was Blooper game. I know that was Blooper game. Because Blooper used the same composer. Blooper used the same composer in the media. Huh?
Let's compare them. Let's compare.
When is Death Stranding supposed to drop?
Next year.
See, and it's gonna get mollywopped. This is where Game Pass comes in, man. You know what I mean? There's a lot of competition out there in the market, man.
This is our Game Pass for next year. You ready?
Yep.
Road 96, Eternal Strands, Sniper Elite Resistance, Citizen Sleeper 2, Star Wars Vector, Avowed, Atomfall, Football Manager 25.
Oh God!
Oh yeah, I forgot about Atomfall.
Winterborough, Wheel World, Dead Static Drive, Clear Obscure Expedition 33, Replaced 33.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
Lost in Random, The Eternal Die, FBC Firebreak, The Outer Worlds 2, Culebra, and The Souls of Limbo. Sorry for the mispronunciation, but that's a cool one. The Little Rocket Lab, The Altars 2, Subnautica 2, Slate of Hand, South of Midnight. Right after it, guess what? Fable, Doom, The Dark Ages, Wu Chang, Fallen Feathers, Mixtape,
oh man,
Bounty Stars, The Moore's Tale of Graveyard Clem, Unknown Sopa, Pigeon Simulator. Shout outs to this. Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts 2, Arc 2.
Wait, hold on a second. They making a sequel of that again? Nobody asked for that, man. Sniper Ghost Warrior. Nobody asked for that, Bill. Like they franchise being garbage.
Just because you don't play it, man. There's a lot of people that play that game.
There's nobody playing that, man.
A nice one, Volcano Princess, Hollow Knight, Silk Song, Vapor.
That's not coming out.
Right.
Yeah, that's not coming out next year, man. Hey, I gotta see that or believe that, dude. Hollow Knight 2 is not coming out next year, dude.
We got Towerborn, Void Train, Way to the Woods, Clockwork Revolution, Contraband, Gears of War E-Day expected to be announced for another year or two. Harmonium the Musical, Everwild, Tote, Bushiden, Mortar's Routine.
Oh, that ain't coming out.
We're cooking.
No, what's it called? The Clock Tower over the That's not coming out next year.
Clockwork Revolution.
You never know. Just like
because you can wish list it.
Yeah.
You can wish list it since this year, like earlier this year.
Nah, Microsoft was coming out this year. Microsoft needs to start delaying some games, dude.
No, they got this is the whole point. They gotta release a bunch of games. If they don't, then they're gonna starve. If they don't release these games, that's it. If this is what they mean, this is your Xbox.
But they gotta spread that shit out because we're in 12 months of the year. How are they gonna spread that shit out? So let's say we have Clockwork, then you have Perfect Dark. We have Gears. If that do come out next year, I don't think
that's that they had for us this year. Call of Duty 3, this, that. Come on,
then we have Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 remake, dude. Then we have a Valve. Then you have South of Midnight. Dude, that's too many. That's a lot of games, dude.
You might see Halo Master Chief remastered underneath Unreal Engines 5.5 as a
next year.
You never
No.
know. I'm just saying this is my theory. I don't know. I don't know the dates, but it would be a
bro,
really great surprise, an introduction of a
bro, for,
welcoming to all Halo
That's a
fans.
Doom Dark Ages.
bro, for
Mhm.
Oblivion come out remastered for real.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I hate saying it. I hate saying it. That's a real game,
For 25 a month, that's you get all that
and
and
they're
more.
gonna be
It's
on they're
you
gonna be on
you hate
PS5.
saying it,
Yeah,
man.
because
I love
everybody
I love
knows
Elder Scrolls though.
It's gonna be great. We may have a
they're gonna be
hardware
on the PS5. You know, right?
I could care
R2.
less, bro.
Yes.
Because that game was in development what a long time before Microsoft.
I don't know. This is what I know. Xbox said that they're making their platform the best place to play. Right now, they may say some things and they may do a lot of double talking, but they have to back up some things they say. Things like that are cut and dry, and there's only one way to do it, and that's to make your platform the best place to play. There's
To
no
play, yeah.
ands ifs or buts about it. So if they put that over there, that's fine. They're still achieving their goal, which is basically beating PlayStation
Speak
in the
on it.
submission.
Take your time tonight.
They
This
ba-
Yeah,
is
they ba- they, ba-
y'all.
they,
This
basi-
is
they, ba-
y'all show.
they
This is
basically
y'all
beating.
show.
Let me talk there. They basically beating PlayStation in the submission because
yeah.
PlayStation don't have enough to combat what they doing. Right? Look, let them put those games over there. What is PlayStation putting out? PlayStation sitting over there collecting 30s. Microsoft collecting hundreds and 70s and
Yeah.
82s. What is it? 88s. You know what I mean? I don't think they got games on Epic, so not no 88s. You know what I mean? So like Microsoft is achieving their goal. They're gonna make Sony play their game because you gotta follow the money. They're gonna see. I said this right, and they got mad at me. Still love them, guys in the chat. But this is a software company, and it's time for them to start acting like the software company. They just bought a bunch of software, and and their software is everywhere. Windows can be applied anywhere.
A
Office can be
whole
applied anywhere,
rack of software.
and they have all these games. Right? They only sold 30 million consoles. They got PC, they got Xbox. Some of them are that are strong enough to draw people into Xbox. That's what's going to be on Xbox. Some of them that can't stand on their own, they're going to be
Mhm.
multi-plat, and they're going to make money, and the IP is going to do better. We can't be like PlayStation dude. PlayStation fans are so mad because Final Fantasy is coming to Xbox, so they'd rather watch Square die than see the game, than see the studio that they supposedly love thrive, the franchise that they supposedly love thrive. 3 million is a lot. No, it's not. If you play Final Fantasy, you can look at it and say, "Damn, this is an expensive game." The cutscenes, those are expensive. That should be something that those guys over there love, and they didn't even buy it. They didn't buy it. They gotta go to other platforms. Square's over there scrambling. We don't. Oh God, we got to try to get these games everywhere, but nobody's gonna care by the time they. I ain't gonna say nobody, but they're gonna sell far less than they would, i- other than if they had to put them day one.
Screen's down bad though.
Well, they
But
shouldn't have
but
got.
but
They
but
shouldn't.
but,
They,
but,
they
but
look. You lay with fleas. What is it? You lay down with dogs. You come up with fleas.
yeah, Screen's down bad. But look at the new Dragon Quest game. You know that new Dragon Quest game outsold the Final Fantasy 16. Cause they put
But
that shit
isn't it?
everywhere.
Isn't it everywhere?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's on
Yeah.
Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC.
Yeah. But see, Microsoft's been saying this. When Microsoft said we're not doing timed exclusivity anymore, I said, "Oh, timed exclusivity is about to die."
It
And then
was
when I
like
saw when I saw the sales, I said, "Oh, it's really over." But see, not Microsoft. Microsoft's done it too, but PlayStation was exploiting Square in a weak position. Square didn't have the nuts to just stand up and say, "Hey, let's see what we can do." And so they kept going with Sony, kept going with Sony instead of just getting out there. Look, man, that franchise has been on the decline since 1997, steady decline, and they've just been taking this PlayStation money, except for with 15 and all the rest of them recently. That's their fault. That's their fault. If Wukong didn't do what it did on PC, and it only sold 3 million on PlayStation being exclusive.
Yeah.
It would have been bad for them. That's why the people from Pearl Abyss was smart. Hey, nah, we're not. No, because games that get heavy marketing cycles, the hype, the talk, the gaming talk, your game needs to be there, and it can't just be one platform where everybody else can't play. You know what I mean? It's bigger than platforms now. All these games gonna be everywhere. It's just what it is. Even PlayStations. I said this and people like, I don't know. PlayStation will never do it. PlayStation has to do it. Nintendo will do it later on
In a
because
couple years.
every company is beholden to the same rules, man. Every publicly traded company, which is
Yep.
growth. And when Legal and I we were on the phone calls, just us, we were talking like we do. I said, man, Nintendo's gonna have to grow. How are they gonna grow? The first step is they got to make a console that can play third-party games. The consoles can't play third-party games the way that everybody else is playing them, right? Ever since the Wii, they'll make these dumbed-down versions for the Wii, and nobody cared. So the
Mhm.
first step is they got to make a console that can play these games. They're doing that. A lot of people are like acting like they're so surprised with these specs. I'm like, dude, if Microsoft's pledge to make Call of Duty and they signed the contract, it's got to be strong enough to run Call of Duty. So it's going to be able to run everything else.
Yeah, but see, that's a theory because Call of Duty still run with the old ID Tech engine. I think Black Ops do it. I know Modern Warfare have their own graphic engine. So I know that, but you don't need a powerful spec to run Call of Duty because you can put Call of Duty mobile on the Switch and they're using Unity. So it's not about the
So
power. It is about the reason why they can't put Call of Duty on the Switch. There's no one Treyarch start porting games to
yeah, that bitch
Nintendo.
won't run on no Switch.
Hey man, listen, man, they could put that shit. Listen, man, they could put Call of Duty on the goddamn Wii U, and the Switch is more powerful than the Wii U.
It could put it in the cloud.
No, dude, the Switch is more powerful than the Wii U, and the Wii U got Call of Duty, so they could
The
do it.
Wii U had Call of Duty, but the Switch doesn't have Call of Duty. The
Yeah,
Switch
but you know
can't run
what?
Call of Duty
No, you know why? Because the game is
because
too
Phil
damn
Spencer
big.
said so.
Yeah,
That's it.
and the game is too damn big. How you
Call of
gonna
Duty.
put?
No, that's not it. Phil
Call
Spencer
of
said
Duty
it
did.
couldn't run. It would not be able to have the same version of Call of Duty that's on the
Yeah,
rest of the
that was the
consoles.
problem.
They're gonna have to
Listen,
make it look like James Bond 007 on
Yeah, you
Nintendo
saw how The
64.
Witcher 3 ran on it. Come on.
That's what I was
hold
gonna
on,
say. They're gonna
the
they're gonna
Witcher
basically
3.
have to have a whole. They're gonna have to go contract Saber Interactive to make a
Yeah,
game
Yeah,
for
you
the
know
Switch.
that.
yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go. They have to go to a whole studio, like put them. Like, you remember the dudes on the Switch, right? It's the same game, but it's low resolution. But the problem is that even they put on the Switch too, and let's say the Switch you could run it, they're still gonna have a hard time because that shit's too damn big. How you gonna put over 100 gigs of game on a handheld? The cards can't run that. Even
So
you have the cartridge, that like they can't do that, dog. So
the
all the
problem with
watches
the
on the
Switch is 64 gigs. That's the problem with the
yeah,
Switch. So
yeah,
the
the
new one, so
cartridge is 64 gigs.
the new one. Look, you got to remember, man. The Switch was a hail mary. The Switch was like, hey, we're going all
Epic.
out,
Yeah.
guys. We're getting rid of Game Boy, whatever they call their hand, DS. We're getting rid of all that. We're gonna have this all in one, and it's fly or die, and it worked because they combined the console with and if you combine the console with the handheld, Switch won every generation, and that's what they
Mm.
did this generation. They combined the console and the handheld, but this next handheld, right? It's a whole totally different uh attitude, right? The last one, they took basically old Nvidia Shield chips. They took what Nvidia had and said we can make this work. Now you got a full blown partnership with Nvidia coming to you fresh ideas and AI and ways to make your small form factor console operate like the big boys. I'm telling you that console's gonna be able to run everything, man. The
I
Switch
know.
cannot, and it
I,
has nothing to do with memory. if it had bigger memory, it still couldn't run Call of Duty. They put freaking Final Fantasy in the cloud. You know, control in the cloud.
But dude, they run on Overwatch too on the Switch and all that stuff. They could do it. It's just that Nintendo really needs Call of Duty though. That's the biggest problem.
I don't think Switch
That's
run
why. That's
Overwatch.
why.
I don't think the Switch can run Overwatch. No, the Switch don't need Call of Duty, and that's what it don't need Call of Duty. But doesn't it have Destiny?
No. They got Fortnite. They got Overwatch, Rocket League, 2K.
Look at my
phone. They got some of the live service games.
Let me look at my phone. I'm pretty sure that I saw Destiny.
Nah, Destiny's not on the Switch. I wish it was.
Is Destiny still around, man? I haven't heard of that. They're done, huh? Bungie.
No, man.
Okay,
I said
no, you can't. You can't play it on there.
Hey, readers, I said it again, man. Let's put Call of Duty Mobile on the Switch too. Like that's all you could do. But that would make more.
That's a phone game.
Well, the Switch is a freaking handheld. Who cares?
Dude, there's not gonna be no Call of Duty Mobile.
I know, but
gen, Xbox is gonna slate with a handheld and a super console.
Bro, I got an Xbox handheld right now. What you mean, man?
You got it. You got it all. Everything that will touch Xbox, bro.
Nah, man, I got an LIX, bro.
You know, they got Fortnite on the Switch. All that stuff.
Yeah, they got Fortnite and Apex. I know.
Hey, how the fuck they want? Yeah,
and the little Zelda lookalike game.
Oh, get your iPad? No, they don't have that. No, they don't have that.
Xbox got to come out with arcade.
Nah, they don't have that. Man, they don't have get your iPad. No, not yet.
Because you are the Switch dude.
Yeah, they don't have get your iPad. They only on Xbox and Plays. I don't think they have get your iPad, right? No.
You guys think the next Switch is gonna be?
Nah, it's not on the Switch. It was announced for the Switch.
It was announced,
but it never came. It never came out.
It never came out. Yeah,
bro. Ever since the Steam Deck, I ain't touched my Switch, bro.
Apex Legends, Rocket League, even Marvel Rivals now on the Switch. I'm surprised not, but
bro, that dude. Just because it doesn't have realistic graphics, don't mean it's gonna run on the Switch.
No, the director said it's not coming to Nintendo. They're probably going to Switch still. The director said it.
He already said it's not coming to the Switch too.
No, the first Switch. I don't talk about the Switch too. It's the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. It couldn't run on the Switch, bro. The Switch is buns.
Yeah, it's buns. Yeah, it's a weak console.
Guys, Switch is only good for
it's an 8-year-old console, dude. It's
Sega games, old school games.
It's time to it's time to upgrade now, man. And listen, I blame Nintendo fans because I blame Nintendo fans, but
because you love Mario Kart.
They're not graphics though, guys. Nintendo's all about their games and adventures. And look at that. When Nintendo GameCube came out, did it care to go against the Dreamcast? No. They made their own. They're like, hey, here's a little cube.
Bro, Game Pass was strong. I mean, GameCube was strong. Game Pass.
Yeah, that thing is gangster. That one. They're most like, hey, let's put out a hardware and let's get these games running. Their games are not intensive, does Mario take
Nintendo games don't. Games don't. But Nintendo had third party up until the 64, right? I mean, like strong third party.
No, they didn't. The 64 didn't have. No,
I said they had strong third party up until the 64.
Had it going on.
Up to the GameCube.
No, the GameCube didn't have strong third party.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Splinter Cell, all that shit was on the GameCube.
Bro, Ubisoft is gonna always be everywhere. Ubisoft was on Stadia.
And EA, Activision,
Bro, they did not have strong third party on the GameCube.
Yeah.
Bro, they might have started on there, but it didn't have because it was
name third party.
Capcom started there.
Hold
Look,
on, name a
you,
third party game.
what I'm gonna have to do, right? Because what you're doing is saying that they were there. I'm saying that they weren't there the whole time because you can say the same thing with the Wii U.
No,
They
no,
were
no.
there at first.
The GameCube. The GameCube had a lot of third party more than any console they had. And
We're still strong.
No,
We're
no,
still
it
strong on
didn't.
the third party. Was on the 64. It sprung from the Super Nintendo.
64 is when people started to leave them.
yeah, they got like the GameCube got Metal Gear, Resident Evils to all the like even Midway,
But
Namco,
that's in the
Activision,
beginning
Konami,
though.
Ubisoft, THQ, EA. You
Man,
got
this
dude, they
boy
got
said
every
THQ, man. Come on, dude. You can do that for you can do that for everything. I'm
okay.
telling you. I'm telling
EA.
you that they abandoned Nintendo up until the middle of the Wii.
Okay,
In the middle of the
Wii
Wii,
U, the Wii
they
U.
started no the Wii. Up until the middle of the console generation. I had a Wii. I didn't have a GameCube, but I read about the GameCube. And my cousin had a GameCube. We played Mario Vacuum. What is it? Luigi Mansion. You know what I'm saying? Like games like that. Those are the games that we played over there with him. But I know in the beginning, yeah, you had Capcom there. You had everybody there, and they didn't come back until the middle of the Wii. That's when you had them dumbed down Call of Duty and Madden games, and nobody bought. But I ain't gonna lie, Call of Duty on the Wii was the most fun I had playing Call of Duty, because you actually pointed the nunchucks.
Yeah, and it shoot. It's one to one more. It's more realistic than a controller.
Yeah, and then Ubisoft, you bring up Ubisoft. Ubisoft gonna support everybody. Ubisoft is the smartest third party publisher and the dumbest third party publisher. They're gonna put their games everywhere. Like they were there day one on the Wii U with the zombie game. They were there day one.
Oh, that game was garbage. Zombie U, what that shit called?
Yeah,
Yeah, I bought.
zombie is it's on everything though. It was just called Zombie U on the Wii U. But
Yeah. Like the game, the GameCube.
then you look at this generation. They didn't have third party. It
No,
wasn't until like 4 years into the generation where EA and Ubisoft, well, now Ubisoft been down with them, because they do Mario Rabbits. But where EA started to pledge games and some of them didn't even come, they said, "Man, we can't make this work." You know what I mean? Later on, Witcher comes. Later on, Doom comes. But eventually they're gonna have to get down too, because their console is a limiting factor, even though they sell more units than everybody else. They sell more units than everybody else, but people don't invest in companies for their money to stay the same. They invest for growth. And Microsoft, PlayStation, Nintendo are all beholden to that same principle. Microsoft said, "Okay, we got to grow our business. We go spend $100 billion on gaming. All right. So how do we make this? How do we make this make money? All right. Some of these games got to go on other platforms. Right? PlayStation, they can sell 140 million consoles, but they can't sell their software. The only reason why they're making more money than PlayStation right now is because they're selling $200 consoles. They raised the price of these consoles cost 550 compared to 400 for the highest price PlayStation 4. So they're making more money per console. They're not selling more software. They're not releasing more software. They're selling less software.
well, Sony, yeah.
Yeah, but they got to grow somehow. So what do? They start going to PC. They're trying to make live service games. Eventually, hey, would you play? I know I would play a Splatoon live service game. Nintendo got to do something too,
That's what
and
two
that's
is a live service game, right? No.
it.
Yeah,
Ain't no
man.
live service
Nintendo's
game.
got to step
It's a
up, man.
multiplayer game.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What Nintendo game has microtransactions?
None. But
Yeah,
but
it's a multiplayer game. It's in the same position where Halo was, right? Halo would have a lot of players, it would sell a lot of units, but there were no microtransactions, and there's really no benefit for the company to continue to support a game unless it's selling a bunch of units, right? Over time, there's really no benefit in the business that just because people love the game and keep playing it, they got to try to monetize it. Yeah, Splatoon's got a lot of gamers. I mean, Splatoon 2 had a bunch of gamers on there up until the point where 3 came out. but it's not a service game. Mario
Mario
Kart, people still playing
Kart.
that. It's not a
Yeah,
service game though.
no.
You know what I mean?
You're right, realist.
That's where it's gonna start.
They got to start spreading too, man. If Nintendo doesn't do that, then it's kind of like, yo,
Yeah, but Nintendo doesn't need to do that. They're still making a lot of money for their games. Like they don't need to do
Bro,
that.
yeah,
Or,
but
I know you're saying.
listen. You
I know
say
you're saying.
this, you say this, but they are a publicly traded company, which means the same board that everybody was talking about how Microsoft's got to do this because the board, right? Nintendo got a board too. PlayStation got a board. That's why we got all. That's why when Jim Ryan went in there and gave up all the booty to Fidelity, and now we know why they so scared of Call of Duty. That's how we know that he went in there lying to them, telling them that Bungie's gonna be worth more,
Speak
present more
on it.
value than Call of Duty. Everybody got to answer to these investments, man. These investors. So eventually, at some point, yeah, you can sell 30 million of this game, 40 million of this game, 60 million of this game. But where's your growth? Microsoft's finding new ways to grow. PlayStation is following Microsoft's lead. The difference in Microsoft and PlayStation is Microsoft has got their own cloud. Microsoft says, you know what? We never want to be in the hardware anyway. See, PlayStation fans look at what Xbox is doing and say, Xbox giving up all this dumb shit, man. Microsoft says hardware isn't where the money is, which is really a slap in the face to hardware manufacturers. But hey, AMD and Nvidia say, hey, this is what we do. Intel in the mix now. You know what I mean? And let them just sit back and make software and license their software, their Xbox OS. You know what I mean? I hope that these rumors are true. I hope that they unlock the PC platform, bring it to console, and that'll really kill PlayStation
Yeah,
in their
that
little
would.
time
Yeah,
in their time exclusivity because none of these people that they're signing down with are willing to skip PC and Steam.
that would kill PlayStation big time. If you
Well,
open the
it'll
Steam,
kill their exclusivity strategy. You
yeah,
know, like
and
a
PlayStation
lot of y'all
fans
out here running with David's narrative saying no
Realist,
PlayStation 6 and stuff. But Apple or Amazon, Google are buying before there's no PlayStation
realist,
6.
realist. Mark my words. What you just said will come into reality with the next generation platform being released. With Xbox, we're gonna have Steam as an option to go in there and enjoy some games. It's gonna be a hell of an experience, man. It's
Well,
gonna be a
I
hell
know
of an
Phil
experience.
said it.
It's beautiful. You're gonna have a controller, or anywhere around the world you go, you can use it. Tap in, you log into your cloud, save games are following you, and you just enjoy, and that's it.
You like the cloud, huh?
I
They
love the
cloud,
cloud.
man. The cloud's gotta improve, man.
It's
It gotta get
it's.
to Nvidia. It gotta at least get to like Stadia level, bro.
I'd give it another 5 years. Let it flourish. Let it flourish. It's doing great. They're experimenting. They're upgrading, upscaling AI. This that. They're set. I just
But
missed the super sampling of Kareem Chowdhury for the Xbox One X. That was killer, man. Instead of the FSR, they should have kept that one there.
what'd you just say?
The super sampling for the Xbox
Yeah,
that
I
they had
understood
for the
that. Would you say shower? Who?
Kareem Chowdhury, the guy that invented that, he was the hardware engineer for the One X.
Oh, okay, yeah, the guy who's like surface guy or something like that.
He was a spec guy. Jason Ronalds took over his spot. He did like the Xbox One X specs, and
I know you're talking about he was he fired or let go? I
no,
mean
no,
fired or
I
he
think
quit.
he had his time, and that's it. They just
No, because he left it. He left it. I think he went to Amazon.
I think so, man. But that guy
Yeah,
was gangster, man. They
yeah.
fucked up on his secret.
I think they had an amicable split. Kind of like Bonnie Ross.
He did it. He did it the way. Oh man, he rocked it, man. Shout
hey,
out to him if he's listening, man.
so
We're killing it. We got cloud. We got the next generation hardware, ML. We got every single trick in the book that they want to add to a game right now. Series X handles it even better.
hey,
We're
what's the
good.
odds? What was it? So I think I think you're gonna put Helldivers 2 on Xbox this year.
I see
Big
you on
on it.
I see you on Twitter saying that, but see the thing is, it's look,
I think they do it.
you don't know what PlayStation right now, but it's not a first party studio,
Yeah.
right? So like they got every
What,
excuse that they need to go ahead and put it on Xbox.
but what's
You know what I
stopping them?
mean?
The only thing what's stopping them right now is these PlayStation fanboys.
But do you care?
No.
Yeah, I
It's
mean, like Helldivers is what is it? It came out last year or early this year?
It
Yeah.
came out
Last
last year.
early this
Early,
year.
yeah,
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
early this year.
that game should have been everywhere day one. You know what I mean? This time exclusivity thing, man. Like
Yeah,
by
remember
the
they own the
time look,
IP.
by the time any of these games come, nobody cares.
Yeah, all that is done with. Who cares what's exclusive?
Yeah, but remember they own the IP. But
Just keep couple of games, House of Gaming. You know, this is my mascot, my chief,
but
my
they
little
want if they want to.
Sackboy, my Mario. Keep that shit. Whatever else game you put in, first person, third person, that's not release it everywhere, man.
No, the smart thing is what Microsoft is doing. If the game can't stand on its own, put it everywhere. Look,
Exactly.
South of
Big
Midnight
on it.
South of Midnight may be a 97 best platformer action game in the past 10 years.
Nobody cares.
But let's be honest, it's not going to sell 20 million units. It's not going to sell 10,
Not even
right?
5.
Maybe not. 5 I think is doable. You know what I mean? But I wouldn't be surprised if that game goes everywhere. Like Hellblade. That game was a dud no matter how much you liked it. It didn't sell. It didn't sell on PC, didn't sell on Xbox. It's a beautiful game, beautiful story, just like the first one. The first one didn't sell. The first one took like 5 years to get to 1 million. That's after selling it for $9.99. So it's like
There you go.
if the game can't
Which
stand on
one?
its
What game?
own,
Hellblade?
Hellblade 1.
Hellblade 1 took a month.
Hellblade 1 did Hellblade what?
Hellblade 1 took a month to hit 1 million.
Hellblade 1 ain't sell no million units. I
Yes,
mean
it did, bro.
Hellblade 1 sold 1 million units after time. Hellblade 2 ain't hit 1 million units is what I'm talking about. What I
Oh,
thought you said. Hellblade 2 ain't hit 1 million. Hellblade 1 did not sell no million in no month. It was on
yeah, it did.
PlayStation. No, it
Yeah, it
didn't. It
did.
was on PlayStation.
Yeah, it did.
No, it did. It was only on
I'll prove it
PlayStation.
right
It did
now.
not.
Give me
You're
a
gonna
second.
have to.
No.
Hellblade 2 didn't announce that they hit 1 million until after a few years it was out. For you to say that it sold 1 million only on PlayStation, man, what the hell happened with Final Fantasy? If that could hit 1 million on PlayStation, Final Fantasy should be selling 10 over there.
Yeah, so Hellblade 1 hit 1 million. Well, when the game came out? 27, right? 2017.
You better than me with the years.
So yeah,
And
it hit
plus,
1 million.
it was only on PlayStation. I don't play on PlayStation.
It was on PlayStation and PC first, same time. Then it came on the Xbox a year later, and it came on the Switch.
It came
Yeah,
to Xbox a year later and it sold 1 million.
no. The game was first announced on the PS4 and PC in August 17, before arriving on Xbox One in April 2018. So when it hit on Xbox One in June 21st, 2018, Hellblade passed 1 million sold.
You know what we need remastered? Fusion
That's a
Frenzy.
year.
That's a year, yeah. Yeah, that's a year.
Hellblade
Yeah.
should have been released day one on all platforms, for real. Great game.
Well, I mean, look,
We're
every
missing
game.
out.
Look, if we're gonna be honest, bro, every game should be on all platforms. If
Yeah,
you want to sell,
yeah.
if you want to, if it's just about selling units, every game should be everywhere. But Xbox, Nintendo, PlayStation do have platforms. No matter what people tell you about Xbox, Xbox likes the 30% just as much as PlayStation, Steam, and everybody else. Right? So they need to get people into their platform. So therefore, you can't put every game everywhere.
Mhm.
Something has to be there to draw people to your ecosystem.
Yeah, man.
But right now, you look at the little Brit, whatever he is, Eli. See, I like him already. He never touched an Xbox, never considered an Xbox.
Who?
Man, the little Brit, man, who everybody is so happy to welcome him. Man, Couple of Fools. That's the name of his YouTube channel. Everybody has been.
Him. Yeah. The British dude. Yeah, the British guy.
I just said that, bro. Anyway,
And I ain't paying attention. Yeah,
but there's so many people like that, and this is what Xbox has to break through, right? Xbox can put out the best games, but people are content over there playing Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty, Fortnite, because they're not buying these consoles for exclusives unless it's Nintendo. And
Hey,
so
my bad,
they need
My bad. It wasn't a year, but I wasn't right anyway. It wasn't a month. It was when it came out on PlayStation. What was it? Late August, September when it came out. And by the time the Xbox version came out by April, it had already sold 1 million on PlayStation 4, right? Then it sold 1 million on PC, and then it sold 1 million on Xbox. So the first one was very successful because you think about it, that budget for that game was real low.
Oh yeah, that's good.
That was good. Now Hellblade 2, we found out was a success through the paperwork, through the
studio is a success.
The business studio, yeah. And so what we found out was we found out that there was what, a 3 million something surplus, and that all took place during the time of Hellblade 2, in which the company came out and said, "Thank y'all for making this game a success." So we don't know, like we don't
know how many is sold because it was because of Game Pass. No, right. like because I just read it. Like it has 6 million players. So and it sold 1 million copies over its first year, and it ended up with 6 million players in 4 years. So like we don't know how many units it sold. Yeah. Well, that means it's in Game Pass, and it was probably in PS Plus.
And really,
and it was probably given away by Epic too. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Willis, but that goes back to saying, right, that the old way is not profitable. You cannot take a 1998 theory of what's successful in 1998 and apply it in 2000, damn near 25. Even when me and Gaines here was talking about this when we talk about Zelda, right? We talked about how Zelda pushed only a little bit over 1 million. But back then, that was a big damn deal. Any game that
gaming was in its
that was incredible.
Yeah, ET sold 1 million.
That's right. Back then, it was incredible. But if you look at if Zelda only sold 1 million today, it doesn't resonate the same because things are just different. We're trying to let gamers understand that times are changing. This is no longer about console sales. You don't need console. Okay, put it like this. If Realist had 1,000 Camrys, I've said this before, like I try to use this analogy. Let's just say Realist has 1,000 Camrys and he wants to give them away for $1. And I pulled up and I had 100 Bentleys and I wanted to sell all those for $1. Who you think is going to sell their cars the fastest? Who you think is going to sell their damn cars the fastest? It's going to be me.
Yeah, but
because everybody's going to go get that Bentley. They're going to, and look, Games, I don't even have as many cars as Realist. I'm going to sell out. Realist might still sell out, but it's going to take them a little bit longer to sell out. But I'm going to sell out indefinitely. Everybody's going to run to get those Bentleys for $1. They're going to get them.
Yeah, but legal. Listen, man. let these donkeys learn, right? They said it like 1,000 times. Look, old PlayStation is a traditional console, right?
Right.
They would never put their games on PC. They're not going to do what
L after L
Microsoft
after
did.
L, bro. We know.
Yeah, listen. Let this shit. Listen, what year is it? This is 2025.
Right.
Just 5 more years. 'Cause remember, I'm going to retire in 2004. Sure.
Right.
So give it like 5 years between 2025
You're right. This
2030,
ain't even
right?
gonna be a discussion no more.
There will be no discussion. The
Rain
console
P4,
war.
we're not even gonna
Listen,
talk
listen,
like this
listen,
in another
listen,
5 years.
listen. The console war been dead for years, right? It's been dead since 2000 and I would say 16. But these dudes are still, trying to like extend the console wars, right? The console wars is going to die eventually, permanently in 2030. Why? When the PS6 comes out, if they make a PS6, and the next Xbox come out in 2028, 2029, they're not going to be traditional consoles anymore, right? You're going to see a lot of these games can come to other platforms, trying to get the money. Game development costs a lot of money. Trust me, the Unreal Engine's, well, we're in 5, right? 6 comes out in 2030. It's going games like it's going to skyrocket, dude. Like a lot of these games are going to get expensive to make, and R&D and all that stuff. It's just that it's not sustainable to make these big. And listen, man, you gotta blame a lot of people, dude. You gotta blame the gamers who want graphic fidelity, and I want that too. Don't get me wrong. And you gotta blame the development costs, the SDK costs, the marketing. You can't put a big game on a console, one console, and you think people are gonna buy this. It doesn't work like that, man. You gotta put this shit everywhere. Sony is going to do it. And when the day that Sony does it, the goalposts are going to change so bad that these donkeys, they don't know what to do. They can't, they just like defeat. Look at Pebbles. He literally said it, right? If Sony start putting the games on Xbox and day one on PC, he's going to go to Nintendo. As Nintendo does it, he will be confused and he probably quit gaming. Like,
He also said that he would go to PC.
yeah.
If PlayStation put their games on PC.
Anything he says matters to gamers. I don't get that.
A lot of these do attach it for a piece of plastic and a brand. See, people talk about today that this is the death of Xbox console because these so-called rumors going around that Samsung and all they're going to use OEM. And first of all, Samsung, Asus, and all these, they're not making an Xbox. I don't know where people get that information from, talking about other manufacturers are going to make an Xbox. It's like the Steam. No, Microsoft did not say that. Of course, they listen to a blogger who basically nobody knows in the industry named Jess Gordon, and they listen to this dude, and when he proven wrong, he's not a journalist. But you see, look, man, the gaming community is messed up. But I says again, 2030 is the date that me, you, readers, everybody retire. Because the next console generation comes, it's not going to be just like 1998, your mom buy you an N64 and you open that shit up, you have an N64, you have to buy some exclusives and this and this. You only can afford one console. Back in the days, I can't afford 2-3 consoles, dude. It's too much money. All right, remember that.
Nobody cared about that. That became
remember back in the days.
That became a narrative, man.
Yeah, remember back in the days, a N64 cartridge used to cost $70 or $80, dude. This was a lot of money, dogs. Now, guess what? These consoles are just bootleg PCs. That's basically what it is now. So now, if Microsoft opened the Steam store and the Epic store and the GOG game store on the next Xbox, I hate saying it, it's gonna be a game changer. Because now I got a PC in my living room. So I can play a PlayStation game. You could finally play Spider-Man 2 on your Xbox.
Man, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
snap.
So it just that a lot of people in this community is just attached of a piece of plastic and they
I'm
want list
guilty.
wars. They just
I'm
want list wars. Listen, they just want list wars. Without the list wars, okay, you got the list wars, right? Are you playing these games? No. What do you care about these games coming to other platforms? I'm seeing people, dude I know doesn't even play Pentiment. Hated that game. Talking about that game is trash. But when that game went to PlayStation, he had a whole big deal. Why you put Pentiment grounded on PlayStation? But you never play these games. So what do you really care that more people could play the game that, first of all, you don't even play? So it's just that, I don't know, man. We could talk about this all the time, but I just let this, man. I just let this shit play out, dude. Because Sony's gonna do exactly the same thing. And when the day that Sony do it, what they gonna do? Right? What's the next goalpost? Cause I says again, right? Wolverine will be day one on PC. You hear me? It's gonna be day and date on PC. You want to believe me? It's gonna happen. I
Yeah,
don't
because
think.
listen, Microsoft's showing PlayStation how to make money with a third-party IP, and it's not to keep it exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling y'all, they're not gonna just sit back and let Microsoft whip them. Look, if Microsoft dropping their game on PC and Xbox day one,
Yeah.
and it's not Spider-Man. This is an IP that they effed off in the movies, and then they bring it to they bring it to Xbox, make a good game, bring it to PlayStation, while PlayStation's sitting over there holding it hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they showing PlayStation how it's done. They're showing Disney how it should be done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, this is why Phil Spencer can say with confidence that exclusivity is about to die. Right? It's
Well,
gonna mean less and less.
they've been there for years.
It's gonna mean less and less to our industry.
Don't tell nobody that PC is made of plastic either. Shh, we'll keep that to ourselves.
Hey, but
They
exclusivity
don't
been
want
there
to
for
be stuck.
years. But listen, exclusivity been there for years on both sides. Because you gotta look at, on Xbox, their games on PC day one, and PlayStation started putting in games on PC also day one, and all that stuff. So it does like the traditional and a true exclusive thing. It's been dead for years, dude. The only console still doing it is Nintendo. But because Nintendo games, once again, they don't cost too much money to make. There's no way a Mario game will cost $300 million. That's
No,
madness.
no.
So it's just that these, like, I don't know how much money they're gonna spend on Wolverine, but Wolverine is gonna have a lot of. Listen, Wolverine's still under contract on Disney. So don't surprise that Disney did what Microsoft forced Microsoft to put the game on PlayStation. Don't surprise that Disney when they finally have a release date of Wolverine in gameplay, right? Talking about Wolverine is coming to PlayStation 5 and next 6 months it might come to the PC and Xbox. Don't surprise. Don't get mad on Twitter. Don't huff and puff. Don't you docs what's the name? What's the doing there? Herman Hers and all that stuff. Don't do that because they gotta make the money, dude. You guys are not buying the games. So what are you gonna do? What's the next option? You're gonna tell these developers, listen, these developers are using the Unreal Engine 5, right? The Unreal Engine 5 costs way too much money to license, right? Then you gotta hire senior
How much
developers.
money it costs for Unreal Engine?
Oh, almost over $1 million, like a lot of money. Depends on the studio. And remember, look at The Witcher 4, right? Like they switched the Unreal Engine. A
My
lot of
man
these companies,
Grizzly in the building,
a
baby.
lot, hey, read this. A lot of these third-party developers are switching to the Unreal Engine now. And listen, you gotta look at the size of the team, right? Like if you have 100 or 200 people working on one AAA open world game like Witcher 4, you know how much money that will cost to make that game do almost $300-400 million, dude. So imagine Witcher 4 is only on PlayStation, and as I said, PlayStation 5 has a 120 million install base, right? You put Witcher 4 exclusive on PlayStation. You gotta have at least 30 million people buy that game on PlayStation. And that's never going to happen. That's why you got to put your games everywhere to get the money back and recruit back. And I'm trying to explain these dudes on Twitter. I'm trying to do it for years, but they don't want to listen.
Yo, they bringing up your pictures and stuff. What's up with that, Games?
Oh, yeah, they doxing me. I don't even care about that shit. Yeah. Oh, no, really. They do dox me.
I don't know.
They pulling up Games real pics.
Yeah.
I mean, his picture's been on the internet, but like we're not Game Heroes. They pay Epic a percentage. It's a escalating percentage, but it ain't no $1 million. It's way more than $1 million, but it's a percentage.
Way more than $1 million. Yeah.
It's a percentage, but
and why people ask me, well, what did you use Unity? Because Unity is a very good engine, but the problem with Unity is that it doesn't have the same graphically. Yeah, it doesn't have the same graphically what is it called? Graphics like Unreal Engine has. It's getting there. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. But it doesn't have the same. They have the same feature. Like they have ray tracing on it. They got their own graphical engine, but it's not the same graphics you want. That you can't. Yes, you can make Witcher 4 on Unity, but it's not going to look like just like what the theater trailer. There's no way. But so it's just that. So it's just that you gotta understand, man. Like next generation, dude, 2029 to 2037, games going to look such crazy graphics, dude. You think it's gonna be able to generation leap? Like, so you want that graphics, you want that, fidelity, you want all that stuff, right? You want that movie type feeling games, like these developers are gonna put heart and soul. It's gonna cost a lot of money, a lot of resources, and everything. And that's why we'll never get a lot of original games out there. There's a reason why Ubisoft is still making crap games. I know realists and you like Ubisoft games, but listen, man, it's been years to make it. Like it's been years to Splinter Cell game, but it's scared to make that.
Hey, gang, just so you know, because I thought it was 5. I thought it was 5%. After the company makes $1 million. Epic got 5%. Now it's 3.5%. They lowered it this year to 3.5%.
Oh, if you make $1 million on your game, right?
So basically, they don't charge to use the engine to build your game. There are no upfront costs for that. That I knew.
Okay.
But after the company makes $1 million, Epic gets 3.5%. For using the engine, because I got that information from because Tim Sweeney emailed Gaben, right, and he was like 30% is too much, 30% is too much, 30% is too much, and Gabe told him you need a Kleenex and all that stuff, and he was like, developers use our engine and they have to pay us, and these are the same people who complain to us about having to pay you. And Gabe was like, well, they don't say anything to me. But that's when it made me look into what everybody was charging. But it's 3.5%. And like you can build your game, you can have access to the tools, whatever, and you're not being charged for that. You don't start paying. I know. You don't start paying them until I don't know nothing about Unity.
No, Unity is free. So it's the same shit that you get done on Unity. The only thing you have to pay Unity, it's the same thing with Unreal Engine. You can make a game right now in Unity, it's free. But if you pay the license, then you get some of the tools, something like that. But both these two engines are the most popular engine right now in the world. Unity make up like 50% of the industry, and Unreal Engine 14, 15%, something like that. Because remember, Unreal Engine is for AAA developers, and Unity is for independent developers mostly. And
Well,
that's what some of the. And yes, you can make indie games. I know some people say, can you make indie games on using the Unreal Engine? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right? Can you make AAA games using the Unity Engine? Yes, you can. But it's gonna be very difficult, and it depends on the side of the team, and it depends what kind of game you want to make. That's basically what it is. Come down to what kind of game you want to make. That's really it. So I'm just saying, man. I don't let this shit play it out, man. Next year, it's gonna have one head of next year, dude. And next year, gonna have like a battle of games next year. If these games do come out next year, we got Battlefield in one corner, we got Fable, South of Midnight, Perfect Dark, Ghost of Tsushima 2, Death Stranding, like
They got the
Mafia.
roadmaps back. They're good games.
Yeah, Mafia's coming out.
Everybody's back home from the office as well. Collaboration,
Yeah,
culture.
yeah. And Call of Duty Black Ops 2 remake coming out. That's what they said. I don't know.
We
I don't
got
know who. I
mega
don't know who's making
developers
it.
on our side.
Treyarch?
We got mega developers
A
on
lot
our
of
sides
games.
right now, man. We're gonna be lightning and thunder coming your way right now. Get
But
ready for storms.
listen. I think next year with the next year gonna be like the generation that everybody wanted it. Like everybody want that. Okay, these two consoles came out in 2020, and I hate saying it, both consoles kind of disappointed a lot of people. But next year, next year is going to define make these casuals have to move from the Xbox One and the PS4 to the Series X and the PS5. If you don't have an Xbox Series X, buy an S, dude, because games like Mafia, GTA, Fable, all of these games are not going to be on the Xbox One, dude, and the
Speak
PS4.
on it.
So it's just that my issue with this generation too is COVID, and number two, because these consoles came out way too early. These consoles should not came out in 2020. They should at least try to squeeze it around 2021 or 2022. Because we had too many cross-generation games, especially on both sides, first party. A lot of games got delayed. The Unreal Engine 5 came out in 2022. A lot of these developers are now switching to the Unreal Engine 5, and we're 5 years in the development cycle, like The Witcher 4. You know that shit ain't coming out anytime soon. So there's a lot of these consoles should not have came out in 2020, dude.
Put it this way.
And COVID did play a role to this because you couldn't buy the goddamn console that time. Like, so and ship shortage and stuff. So
right now the pressure is on the stockholders.
Yeah.
Money is on the table, and a huge acquisition was made for Microsoft. The games will be released. No ifs, ands, or buts. The pressure is on. If not, one of them is going to get fired up there between Phil Spencer, Sarah, Booty. If they don't deliver what they're saying right now next year, get ready for new staff. Xbox is not playing no more.
No.
Mobile division is out there now. The next generation, everything's gonna be on time and good to go. No excuses. You want to go sit there and put something out there and be big about it. Now it's time to deliver. And
no. They're gonna deliver next year. Yeah,
I'm not gonna take nothing. I don't care if they say game delay, good for them, but it's just gonna look bad on them. It's gonna make them broke. That's on them.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're invested. I just purchased myself extra storage, and I'm enjoying my time. Just let them cook. The only competition is right now is no one really. Who's out there putting bangers like Microsoft?
No, yeah, I forgot about Nintendo because Nintendo released a new console next year. They will anyway. Yeah, the new Mario game next year
for like kids. Nintendo is Mario coming out with another console.
Yeah, they're gonna have another Mario game next year. I heard they make a traditional 3D Mario game. That would be huge. Listen, man, listen. Like they're gonna have like I don't know what's gonna happen next year, but next year gonna be one head of a year, dude. And some of these games have to get delayed. Some of these games gotta get pushed back, man.
None of them.
Illegal. I know you're saying the case, man. I heard that shit gonna get pushed back, dude. They got to do something. They can't put every game on set of the K2, 3, whatever. They gotta put that.
No, say the K wasn't coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know nothing about it coming out next year, but when State of Decay 3 come out, it's gonna whoop ass. That's all I know.
I know you're a fan of that game. Yeah.
You got Coalition. Oh yeah.
Yo,
Legal left me to go fight what's that? A Juggernaut by myself, man.
That shit was funny.
The Juggernaut.
Funny, boy.
Dude, bro. I ran over there to help him.
Yeah, it really didn't know I had it on nightmare mode.
And he left me.
He jumps in there right in full force, nightmare mode. Bro,
I mean,
damn Juggernaut. Boy, that was some funny stuff, boy.
Ain't nobody fading Sydney though. like
Facts,
I've made all kinds of neighborhoods and Sydney's still rocking, man. Nobody gonna kill Sydney.
Yo, shout out to my man Bubbles, man. He changed his name. I forgot.
Hey,
He was a little kid when he started out. Had that PC, gave me all those mods. Shout out to Bubbles out in Canada, man, who gave me all them weapons. And I just tore that damn game up, man.
What was that game called? 1 versus 100 at Xbox?
Yes.
We need that for the next
we need to bring that back. I've been set up for years. We need to bring that back.
Games,
please. Please, Phil.
You clowning.
If you bring that back legal, I will never talk to you ever again. I'll be on that game every day, dogs.
That game.
Yo, that was dude. That was the original battle royale, dogs.
That was OG. I want
the original battle royale, dogs.
It'd be amazing to have that happen, and then inside,
dude, we need to bring that back, man.
You get Microsoft credits and points and start playing arcade games versus others. That'd be crazy.
Hey, Spark, you watch the TV show? The game show? You watch the game show, right? You know what the game show, right? It's a real game show. I used to watch the game show on NBC. Yeah, we need to bring that shit back.
There, like, yeah, man, I missed that. We should have had that.
That was probably one of the best game shows on TV. We need to bring that back, man.
And that PlayStation had their own metaverse.
They were trash, Gen X.
Yeah, man.
Trash. Yo, what's up, Kima? What's up, baby?
1 versus 100, man. Yo, that game was way ahead of its time. That was like a battle royale game, dude. 1 versus 100 moms, man. That game was fun to play, dude. Like, bring that back, better.
I want that back. That'd be amazing.
Put my avatar in there.
Fusion Frenzy. I want that back too.
Bring that back too. You know, that game was like our Mario Party. It wasn't good.
Nothing like Xbox greatness, is it? I mean,
it wasn't good, but it was like our Mario Party.
Games have lasted, man. You look how long these damn gaming communities within Xbox has lasted,
and we're still playing now,
man. It's not even in a console space. Xbox community rules, man. It rules. It rules with an iron scepter, man. There isn't anything out there that's competing with that. That's why when Realist told everybody the real things that matter are 2 things. Nobody was even saying this when Realist said this stuff. He told everybody the main objective of all of this stuff is who has the content and services. Way back then he said it. Way back then he said it. Nobody was even talking about content and services, right? Then you go look it up. You go do your research, and you're not looking at dumbass IGN, Polygon, Kotaku, all these little dumbass gaming articles with these weak-ass gaming journalists, right? When you get off of those, you go do your research, you find out that Xbox is #1 in the gaming market on content and services.
It's relevant.
2 things that matter the most. Like, I don't know how you can drill this in, right? The console sales are not even what matters the most.
Nah, it doesn't matter.
You see what I'm saying? Your donkeys are talking about a subject in 2024, about to be 2025, that doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't even matter anymore. Microsoft is number one in the gaming market where it matters. Here's the key word: the most. Or the key words: the most. That's where it matters. You cannot do any. It doesn't. Games. I can't say this enough. If Microsoft sold only 35 million consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're still number one where it matters. If Microsoft sells 40 million, they're still number one where it matters. Because what they don't understand is that Game Pass transcends the console space because it's a service. Just like PlayStation Plus transcends the console space. It's on PC because it's a service. Nobody's going to stop their console people. There's millions of people on that platform. You don't get rid of that. You expand on it. So, like Realist was talking about, one day hardware is going to be obsolete. That means there's going to be no more PCs. Are y'all ready for that? Because I've been saying that for the longest.
I gotta go, but it's gonna be one product streaming box for the next
statement that really says applies to everything.
Yeah.
Hardware doesn't exempt PC. You gotta build a damn modem. You gotta build a rig. That's hardware. So if all that we're gonna do is get invested into this cloud, right? This streaming, which we all know is not the strongest force for gameplay. There will never be look, you can't connect the whole world instantaneously from streaming. It's impossible. It's impossible. Even satellite TV, digital satellite TV, can't even deliver that because you cannot get those signals to hit. There's always going to be with a signal, people. This is what I got. This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. Games dipped out. Realist. Spot 117 in chat pack. When things are considered a signal, right? That means there's going to be a lapse. There's going to be a lapse within the communication. There's going to be a second between communications. So turn off, turn on. There's going to be lapse because it's relying on a signal to give its answer. But when you're wired in, the answer is given instantly. There's no lapse. So everybody understands, even though hardware might look generic, it might, but hardware is always going to be here, people, because you're going to have to watch your shit on a TV screen, on some kind of screen. You're going to have to play your video games on some kind of screen. So if I got to still use a damn screen and I'm going to play at home, why the hell would I stream from home?
Yeah, man.
That's where the console comes in at. The console is a home-based mechanism. I don't want to stream at home. That's downgrading my experience. I don't want to stream at home. I want to stay connected. Etherport. Plug that shit in. Give me instant response time. Now, look, the Fire Stick is another means. The Fire Stick is nothing but a portable situation. You take
the Fire Stick.
Yeah, take your gaming with you. But the Fire Stick is still what? Susceptible to Wi-Fi. It all boils down to the strength of your Wi-Fi. And everybody knows that Wi-Fi depends on where you at. That's right, unless it's AR. It's gonna come down to where you're at. So I don't see a world where We're all connected by way of streaming. It's just not. It's unrealistic because we live in a world that's divided. That's why everybody's not gonna agree with services across the whole globe. It's just not gonna happen. Some places they don't even have it. They don't even have internet. So I'm not even with that no more. That's so far out. It's not even concerned. But we will be living in a time where handhelds are going to be prevalent, where something like the ROG Ally is going to be popular, where you can take your gaming with you instantly. Now, when you can provide that, you're moving in the right direction. And we already seen that Sony can't even give their customers that. What's the point? And Realist was right. Listen, I don't hate my Logitech G Cloud. I don't hate it. But I can understand when the ROG Ally came out and Realist was like, I'm getting rid of my Logitech G Cloud. Because it didn't make sense. It didn't make sense for him to be at home with a handheld. At home, when he has a console at home. It's the same damn thing with the Portal, man. Nobody's walking around with the PlayStation Portal that already barely plays with accuracy. You're going to tell somebody to take it out in the world and hope that it can connect to a strong internet and it's going to provide you excellent gameplay. Stop. Just keep it at home, which makes it handcuffed, which kills its purpose. All right? Kills its purpose. But when the ROG Ally came, that's how you make a handheld.
That thing looks like a beauty, man.
You can take that damn thing anywhere. You can take it to a volcano. You can put it in a tornado. You can put it outside of a damn hurricane. It's there with you. Doesn't give a damn about no Wi-Fi signal. That's right, Jago. Facts. Facts. They use hotspots. This is facts. This is facts.
I thought they would have some good internet out in America wide.
That's facts. Look, you wire it in, you got the best experience. It's just not. It's just what it is. When you can bring the signal to a direct feed, that's what it's all about. It's what it's always going to be about. Now, streaming is always a secondary function. It's never the primary. It's always a secondary. So until you start to see PCs fade away, hardware is going to be here for home-based purposes. Just for home-based purposes. Laptops are going to be around. You can use a laptop. That's the hybrid, right? That's the switch. When they came up with the laptop, you use the same power as the PC, but you can move around with it a little bit. Still needs charging. Still got batteries. Still got that, right? But you can move out of your house. You can go somewhere. But guess what? Laptop needs that Wi-Fi. That's the thing. Needs that Wi-Fi. We're not there yet, but one thing we do know, he who don't have service games shall not pass. Now look at PlayStation, doubling down on service games. You want to know what I'm laughing about? These donkeys ain't gonna play them service games, Jago. Ship is sinking now. I told y'all the wheels are gonna roll off. They still stubborn. They still want to play this game with me. They still gonna play this game with me, even though I know they're gonna catch the L. So they're out here looking like the Flintstones, y'all. They got no more rims. They done melted the rims off. Now they down there running with their feet. Still acting like the PlayStation is doing something out here. Knowing damn well the PlayStation ain't doing shit out here. It's struggling. Because real gamers know that if Sony does not have some service games moving forward, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. That's your ass. You ain't getting over that fence. You're not going to get over that fence. Now, they can sit up here and daydream with you, donkeys. They can lie to you, donkeys. All these other clowns out here can front on that all they want to. But like I said, 99% of the time, we're right over here. We got a track record. So when we say shit, we can look at y'all straight in y'all faces and say it. I'm not playing with y'all. There's no deceit in what I say. And now Sony has confirmed it. They're doubling down on service games. You damn right they are. What do you want them to do? They got to make money. They're not making money off of y'all. They're going to, and this is exactly what they're going to do. Because you clowns don't buy games, so Sony's going to make service games and they're going to put them out there on all platforms. There you go. There you go. That's what's going to happen. Greatness awaits what's good. That's what's going to happen. And when Sony puts them live service games everywhere and their games are on PC, watch this. Next gen, Xbox has game stores all on their platform by way of browser. And all you got to do is subscribe. Hey, they better hope that railway is going to be real. Right? All them games we're going to get. Free app. It's going to be built into the Xbox. Right? And guess what, Rain? As they pass that collection plate, right? They're going to realize that the PlayStation fans don't know how to give. They don't know how to give with a cheerful heart, right? they think this is about a 10% tie that ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They can't even give their best. So that's out of the picture. Take the 10% tie on out of the way because they're not giving them Bentleys away.
You better speak.
Facts, famo. They're not going to give their best clothing away. So let's don't even talk about that. That's for ignorant people to believe in.
Ain't that the truth?
But when you give your very last, now you give it. Now you're talking about giving. When you give your very last, when you give everything you got, or when you just love to give. It's not about who's the richest. It's about who can give the most. It's never been about who can be rich. Because to be rich, you got to hold your money. It's about who can give the most. And when they look at those plates, when it gets around to the PlayStation community, the gaming industry gods look down and say, they don't give shit. So therefore, we don't give them nothing. They don't do shit. So therefore, we're not going to do nothing for them. And the donkeys don't understand why they don't have no games. It comes down to this. You reap what you sow. See, you reap what you sow. Y'all are just not getting no games for no reason. It's not a wonder. Oh, well, why can't Sony put out any games? What's happening over there? You reap what you sow. Ain't shit popping off, so you can't get shit in return. That's it. They give them that neck, famo.
That Glock.
That's it.
They giving them turkey necks, bro.
They don't understand that. It's easy. Nothing can get past the universal you reap what you sow. Nothing gets past that. Trees that bear fruit don't even get past that. Animals don't get past that. Nothing can get past that. That is a creation law. Nothing. If you sit your ass in your house and don't do shit, guess what, people? Nothing is going to happen for you. You got to get up, get out, and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass by. Y'all Y'all know the damn song. You can't just be sitting on your ass. Y'all out there like Xbox University begging under a damn bridge. You can't be like that expecting something to happen for you. You gotta get your ass up and go to work. This is about J-O-B. However you get it, you gotta make something happen. Because you reap what you sow. And Microsoft is showing that they've been reaping. They've been putting in that work. They've been making changes, shifting people over there, put people in the right spots, taking time with their games. Microsoft lives by a new mantra. Let us cook. None of these games are being rushed. These games are coming out looking flawless. And even if by chance things don't go right and they're forced to put the games out, they're right on top of it with them updates. I mean, I gotta do nothing but double salute the devs that put their hard-earned effort into Stalker 2, because what they did within the first 2 weeks of that game was critical and crucial, and they executed. They executed. They didn't play around. They got that game running so smooth, so beautiful, man. In 2 weeks, after everything that happened to them, Concord's gonna make a comeback. You'll see. You know, Microsoft ain't playing around. Look at Indiana Jones. No hiccups. Nowhere. Spark 117, that game running flawlessly. Just beautiful. Running. They're cooking now. They don't have realists. You live in your dream, brother. You seeing it now. Games just boom. Games just boom. Games are just boom, 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 boom. And they're succeeding. Not one is flopping. Not one of them. Not one.
And they're coming out.
Valve is next in line to catch a W. New Legal has a Concord shrine at his home. I know he's a big. Well, hey, in memory of, baby, I got it written in blood on my wall. In the memory of.
Po Fire Sprite.
Yeah. Oh yeah, bro, that's another one. The other one, not just that one. What's the other one? The girl. That's a DOA game too.
Oh, you talking about the space game?
There you go. I don't listen.
Prophet, Heretic Prophet, or something like that.
Right. The problem. See, the PlayStation fans are trying to find anything to hide from the fact that they don't buy games. That's what they're doing. They're complaining about stuff so that it takes you off the mind that they're not just buying games. You know.
Bro, I just learned what gaslighting meant. The ponies be gaslighting Xbox, man. Look, they say Xbox don't buy games. Why they got 160 million people over there not buying games?
Yeah, exactly. Bro. Intergalactic. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Bleeding Edge still cooking. You stupid boy.
I wouldn't even give that game a try until it hit 29. You know, Sony trying to hold the line. You know, they don't want their games to go beneath $29.99. So I'll wait till it gets $29.99, or on PC I get it for 20 to 24. But I mean, bro, it's a Naughty Dog game. It's gonna be like a Telltale game.
Right.
So I'm not excited about it. I mean, you know, a lot of Xbox people out here like being all politically correct. Oh, it looks great. I mean, you ain't even see nothing.
Right.
All you saw was walk, and then she jumped off a tree or a rock or whatever and hit the robot. That probably wasn't even gameplay.
No.
But look, I'm gonna be just like them. You know what I mean? Until I know it's gameplay, I'm gonna say it ain't gameplay. They gotta come out and say that was gameplay. Because even though Fable came out and said that was game, look, even though Fable came out and said it was gameplay, it looked so good they still couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
They still said it wasn't gameplay.
Yeah, that tripped me out, man, when they said that was gameplay. I was like, damn.
Bro, I hope
No,
Fable
I
come
was
out
like, damn, really?
this year. That's when I hope comes out.
Yeah, that's your game, bro. I'm with you though.
Well, I mean, I play Fable, but man, I'm really
I'm
like
a
a lot of
Fable
people.
fan.
Let's see, a lot of people complain about like Bethesda games, and you know, that's my type of game, man. You know, RPG where you just explore and do quests. The quests have good storylines. You know,
I
I'm
don't
looking forward
know.
to
I don't
about. I'm
know.
looking forward to Outer Worlds 2.
I don't know how why Realist hasn't beat Stalker 2 yet. I mean, that game, I really thought Realist was gonna get that game, and I wouldn't hear from him anymore because Realist turned me into one of those players where you get on the game and you just wonder. I found myself finding armor because I was just walking around, going all the way to the ends of the
Yeah,
earth.
but legal, you gotta understand, man. I played Stalker like 10 years ago,
Oh yeah, I
right?
keep forgetting about that.
So
Yeah,
so like so like when this one came out,
you was exhausted.
it's not that I'm exhausted. It's that the backlog is ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's why it's like,
Yeah,
man, it's
man.
like when I'm talking to these guys, man, and I listen to some of these guys, or I hear them, or I read them on Twitter, and all they do is complain about gaming. All they do is talk about what they don't like. I got so many games that I do like that, man. I'm just having fun being a gamer when I have time to game, man.
Hell
And
yeah,
like,
man.
because
and
you're a gamer, Realist. See, look,
well, yeah, that's
this is
true,
what you
but
got to understand, Realist. It's simple, right?
hmm,
You made a long narrative for something that doesn't exist in you because you're a gamer. First of
what you
all, there's no
talking about,
crying in
man?
gaming. There's no complaining in gaming. You either gaming or you're not. It ain't really nothing else. You either showcasing or you're not, right? So to you, you got Game Pass. You've invested in Game Pass as long as I have. You're seeing
Yeah, I got
nothing but
game. I got
games,
Game Pass till 2019, 2027.
right? That's true, right? You see nothing but video games, and
Nothing
for you,
but video
you're
games.
sitting up here like, damn, I never played this. Let me figure this one out. Let me open up this one. Let me because you don't have time to sit there and talk about games. Okay, Jago, if you don't like a game, why would you spend time on there talking about what you don't like about a game you don't like?
But that's what they
Oh, you doing
do.
some? Not tonight, Jago. You got to catch me on the weekend. Catch me on the weekend and I'll record it. I told you. Hit me up. Send me a message on Friday night, Saturday night. We can do it. Go have some fun, bro. I love firefight. Anybody else that want to get with me and Jago, man, Halo Firefight, just hit us up. Send me a message, Jago, Friday night, Saturday night. Let me know. I'll record it, man.
But nah, you look at all the
Thanks,
games. All right,
fellas.
hey, cause look, legal. When a new game comes out, that means that you put aside everything that you already were
True.
playing, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Nah. I mean, when a new game comes out, that's what you're doing. Cause you ain't gonna never finish your backlog. You're gonna kick the bucket with a backlog.
I mean, sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Like, okay, I'll give you an
Listen,
example.
bro, you're gonna kick the bucket with a backlog. You started Stalker and you already got a backlog. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
That's
but
what
I
I'm saying.
wasn't
So
playing.
so but when you started Stalker, that means that you put everything else to the side and you playing Stalker.
Yes, I did, but that's because I wasn't
Indiana Jones just came out.
right. But that's what I'm saying. I played Stalker 2 because I wasn't invested. I had my backlog, but I was nicking. But I wanted to play Stalker 2. Just like Indiana Jones. I would have jumped on Indiana Jones, but I didn't. I stayed on Stalker 2 and finished it. Now I'm
Bro,
finna get on Indiana Jones.
I don't want to finish Indiana Jones.
Why, man?
Cause when I finish it, it's over.
Yeah. Oh, is it that good? Okay.
To me. I mean, yeah, you
Wow.
gotta understand. You talking to the dude who feelings was hurt because his son didn't want to
The
watch
new
Indiana Jones with him.
damn Jago 6 asked me what my gamer tag was, man. You hurt my heart.
Oh dang, man.
Damn, Jago.
But
It's
now,
the new legal,
but
baby.
but now, legal. Look, so yeah, cause like what is it, Skyrim? Bro,
Mhm.
I didn't finish Skyrim for 10 years.
Yeah.
I thought that it'd be pretty much nothing to do once I killed the dragon, Alduin. But man, it was a whole other section that I left out. So I kept playing Skyrim. I didn't want it to end. Because that's how I was a Morrowind. Like I was man, I get home from school playing Morrowind every day. Every day. Unless my girlfriend was like, let's go do something, I'm playing Morrowind. So like when they said they call it open ended, meaning that there's always something that you can go do. But that's not fun once you do most of the main things. But yeah, if I finish Indiana Jones, it's kind of like Starfield. Like I finished Starfield, I had to wait for Shatterspace. Space. Shatterspace Space came way later. This the DLC for Indiana Jones, maybe it's big, maybe it's not. Shatterspace Space wasn't big. So if I finish it, then it's over. But bro, man, it's an Indiana Jones simulator, bro. It's I recommend it. But I'm not gonna finich it yet. I'll jump on some
Yes,
stuff
sir.
that I'm gonna finish.
I'll be ready, Brain. You know it, baby.
For
Grove
what?
Street for life. Yes, sir. My boy's back. CJ back, dog. OG.
CJ and Grand Theft Auto 6?
Yes, sir.
When y'all find that out?
It's in the new trailer.
Oh, they got a new trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto 6.
Mm-hmm.
So what was Gaming Heroes just talking about that they're not gonna bring a new trailer out?
I
It
guess
don't
not a
matter.
third one.
I'm gonna
Normally
look
they
it
do
up.
3 trailers. I don't know. That's probably
I'm
what
gonna
he's
look it
talking
up.
about. But I don't know. I
But
don't
that kind of worries me too, though. If they got to dig in the well, like how strong is the game?
I hope the game
'Cause
comes out in 2026, man. I hope it gets delayed.
it can't come out this year. We were talking about that before we started the
Yeah,
show.
I don't want to hear no fall of 2025. I don't believe it.
No,
They
that's way too early,
they're
man.
not gonna DMX their games. We just went through
Right.
this, bro. They got 4 games coming out this year. They're not gonna DMX their own games, bro.
I'd expect
Jeremy
it with the
Merchant, all the
next.
way from Australia, just made Di-RRec Gaming International tonight. Let's go.
Who was that?
Jeremy Merchant, Jerome
Jerry
in the
Merchant.
house, baby.
Ain't seen him at Deli Jerome. I ain't
Yeah,
seen
that's
him in a
Jerome,
while.
baby. He said Merry late Christmas and Happy New Year from Australia, baby. Let's go.
They
Let's
are
go.
there. They are almost there with their celebration.
Man, they there, brother. Almost.
A
They
day ahead of
damn near there.
us.
You right. Yep.
Happy New Year's, Australia. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
What are they? They're 6 hours ahead of us, huh?
Hell
They're
no.
they're
Like
like
a
they're
damn
like
day, famo.
Or they like half a day?
Something like that. I should probably like 18 hours or something like
it's
that.
four
Something like
I
that.
think Japan
4:16
is
p.m.
16 or
Yeah,
It's
18.
they
4:16 p.m. there
over
right
there, bro.
now.
I
It's
think
like
they're the
4
same
p.m.
time as Philippines or something. I think, man. Listen, Jerome have to tell us, man. But it's damn near almost a day, bro. It's damn near a day.
Yeah, they're 24 hours ahead. It's like
Yeah,
4
because I
p.m.
mean,
there.
you drive from here to damn Niagara Falls. That's 22 hours, and we in the same country. Yeah, man. Yeah, see, it's 3:17 p.m. Tuesday, New Year's Eve. The whole damn day. That's crazy. Like my man DJ Ammo would say, that's crazy. Yo, shout out to DJ Ammo. I'm about to have him on the show one day so he can say, yo, Legal, you got a podcast? That's crazy. Yeah, man. Well, you know what, y'all? That's it, man. Game Serial dipped out. The donkeys got him. Star 117 always stay with the pistol. And Real is always on that 4-wheeler, that Warhol, day in and day out. Me, I'm just chilling, man. I'm in my bunker, bro. I'm down in the bunker, man, waiting for them hives to pop off so I can shoot me a drone in their head, I got my Botox and my Lancer and my Nasher ready on site, broad daylight every day. Shout out to the chat pack, man. Oh, Tyler's Reese said, I'm in Australia too. Yes, sir. We are international.
Aussie.
Man, that was
That
a
was the
bad
jam, boy.
Prince.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir. Yo, shout out to my man Redman for the latest album, Muddy Waters 2, man. I'll be bumping that. Yo, Redman been going bonkers. Shout out to Snoop Dogg, the OG of Xbox. Yo, let me tell y'all something, man. Always remember to keep it gaming, man. This is all about gaming, bro. It ain't about nothing else. Don't ever let nobody take the one up in your life, bro. Because every person deserves a second chance. I go by the name of the new legal. This is the realest one. Sparrow 117 and games in the building, along with the mighty Chat Pat. And we here to represent the Xbox squad. This is the Xbox League. We don't sit at the stands. We don't salute the flag because we're too busy playing on the field. We don't have time to be looking around. Our jerseys are on. We put our gear on and we're playing. We're not stands. We're not up in there clapping and shit. We're playing. So we're focused on our gaming. That's what this is about. If you don't like the Xbox community, then you don't like Di-RRec gaming. It's just that simple. There's plenty of YouTube videos and YouTube shows and YouTube personnels out there that might just be for you. But over here on the green kryptonite of the green gamma bama, of the radiation green fluid, of the green gems, of the emerald fortress, of the streets that are made of golden green gems, the infinite fortress of many rooms and dungeons. You cannot penetrate this thing of ours. Will never be devoured. As long as there's real Xbox fans that still exist, Xbox will never be faded. We ain't here built off of console sales. We're not built off of that. We're built off of engagement and actual gameplay of video games. That's something that the other side is going to learn soon too. That content and service is king. It doesn't matter how you get it done, but as long as you get it done. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay safe. God bless y'all as we enter 2025. This is the final show of 2024. It's been a good year, and Xbox kicked ass. Good job, Xbox. Now, the Xbox Direct show is coming up, and then we're going to have the summer Xbox show. All I can do is send my condolences to the haters of Xbox in the year 2025. It's going to be a sad day for Xbox haters. We out of here.